Greetings. Once again, you find yourselves alongside the brave souls that seek Strahd's destruction. Escape. Perhaps salvation. And vengeance. When last we left off, we were split. Strahd von Zarevich had paid a special visit to one half of the group with some interesting results. And the other half had engaged Izek and his guardsmen, who were there to apprehend them initially, but after taking a special interest in Irina, changed goals. Irina and Ismark had escaped, but Greila and Siguror were still dealing with the aftermath. Yep. I will be picking up with them first. I'll wait to you real quick.
We're still going around introducing us?
No, because I forgot. But yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Hello. I'm Ari Villas. And I'm on, as you can see, the hat side of the table. Definitely, this is a stylistic choice, and it's not that we're just both bald or anything.
Certainly not that.
Anyway, I'm here. I am ready to play Sasha the Unseen Eye, although right now he's currently in the process of dying after having just been fireballed in half by Strahd.
That's the most unseen you can be.
Sure. So yeah, let's do this. I'm excited to either continue dying or to get up and help my allies.
I'm Robert. I'm playing Greila. I'm currently trying to hold off Izek from... Well, I think we've successfully held off Izek from getting to Irina and Ismark. But now we've got to whoop some ass. So that's what I'm planning to do.
Back off.
No.
You back off. You don't back off. Then you flame stuff with Vallaki and the fucking count. Or the man, whatever fucking word.
Baron?
Yeah, Baron.
No, I'm just gonna whoop his ass.
Well, then you flame stuff and you can't really go fucking Vallaki.
Well, whatever will happen, will happen.
Potentially.
Are there witnesses?
And you?
That are...
Yeah, I'm Jeff playing a Kinku monk ranger named Crack. And, yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get my party member back up. And, yeah.
Hopefully you can't botch healing spells.
And you?
I am Ed. I am playing Siguror, Minotaur Barbarian. And this motherfucker is grabbing onto life a bit too hard. And he's probably gonna get the horns. Fucker.
We will see. Izek is furious, realizing that he has no chance chasing after Irina, especially now. It is at this moment that a few more guards come up. One is on horseback. Two are on the ground.
That was fast as hell.
The horseback one takes the lead and comes over. And looking between the thick brambles that snare a number of the guards and the other guard that's kind of backing down or in the process, and the one guard that's standing toe-to-toe with Siguror, he looks to Izek and asks, what is going on here? What has happened? Izek turns, looks up, and rips the man from his horse.
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Okay, not gonna lie. I kind of love Izek now. That was awesome.
And then proceeds to hop onto the horse. Okay, well, having looked it up, it takes half his movement to actually get onto the horse. And he had to move towards the horse. So, his next turn, he will likely be pursuing. But for right now, I do not was going to guess. It's possible I do.
What?
Great.
I think
Oh.
you move a little bit because the horse can still use its movement. Although it might have used part of its movement to get up instead of moving itself.
Wouldn't it have already gone if it was let out here?
Maybe. We'll roll it.
I am going to
Horses
cast animal friendship on the horse. And
Mad man.
Alright.
What were you?
So I get a reminder, is there any kind of save?
yeah, so it's a
It's unwilling.
wisdom save, I believe.
Spoiler, the horse is unwilling.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's its wisdom save versus my spell save, which is 15.
The horse does not make it. There's a
Thank God.
misty look in its eyes that lets you know. You can tell.
Isn't that your last press on this one?
It is, but I don't care. I just want to fuck with you so bad right now. So let's see. I want to gesture to the horse that it should go back the way it came.
What do you mean fuck him off?
Izek on top.
Maybe you fuck him off?
That would be funny. You're gonna start riding inside of it.
He's like, yeah.
You give it those instructions, it may very well follow. Guards go.
Is it one of the new ones or the one that's still trying to hit me?
It's the one that's currently toe-to-toe with you. The new arrivals will get on the board in a minute. Right now they're a little confused. Something's up. Technically, they haven't been given orders yet. He takes a brave swing at you, but misses.
Oh.
Some other people that aren't going to move yet. Siguror.
Okay. I will look to the man on the ground who's just thrown from his fucking horse. Then look at the one in front.
No, continue.
Look at the one in front of me. His mind seems to be gone. His arm might have taken him over. You might want to get your bearing. I'm gonna charge Izek.
Don't hurt the horse.
No. I'm not gonna attack a horse. You don't do that. I don't have a pike. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a swing at him with the longsword.
You do provoke an attack of opportunity from the guy you were playing with.
I'm in rage.
Well, as long as you're cool with it.
Yeah, I don't care. He hasn't hit me once yet, so if he hits me once, whatever.
I'm just gonna crit you right now.
Okay.
Or not. He definitely takes a swing to attempt to stop you, but does not succeed as you charge Izek.
Since he moved closer, he's not. Was it enough to be within range of me just moving up again and attacking?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will attack with the longsword. And just try and. Yeah, just take a swing that avoids the horse. Don't want hurt the horse. It is a horse. It's doing what it does, of course.
Unless I missed my guess, isn't it disadvantage if you attack somebody that's mounted, or is it just advantage for the person mounted attacking?
It's advantage for the person mounted.
Okay.
You can also redirect attacks to the horse to you if you have a mounted combat feat.
Why would you do
I forgot.
Armor.
So that the
Warhorse.
horse doesn't get killed off from under you. It's really useful if you have a flying mount. Because then they can't just destroy the flying mount instead of plummeting to your death.
Boy, I'll bet.
Oh, I forgot to mention since it was him I was going to say attacking recklessly, but I didn't state before I rolled, so.
I'll give it to you if you'd like.
We'll still have advantage, and all the guards will. Yeah, we'll take it. 25 to hit.
That's it.
For 6 damage. And since I hit him with melee attack, I'm going to attempt to knock him off the horse with hammer and horns. As opposed strength check. 15.
Unfortunately, he doesn't make it. You hammer into him, but he is very sturdy. Too sturdy for you at this moment.
Sorry, 8 damage because rage. Plus 2 damage.
However, he's further harmed. He does scowl in response to your attack. None too pleased. There are some guards that still don't want to be hurt, unless, for whatever reason, you wanted to lower that, thorns.
No.
They kind of continue to chill out.
Unless they say we're not fighting.
They might have ranged weapons. Ooh.
They're also intimidated. Though I kind of forgot about ranged weapons. Yeah. Which, we'll bring it back around when we switch back over. But in the meantime, unfortunately, you're in the throes of darkness. You, wounded. Ismark is rooted to the spot where he formerly swung at the enemy of Irina's piece, only to hit nothing, and is currently lost in some kind of daze. However, Irina wants to know what happened. What was that?
I'll try and be confident and reassuring and honest. My character will try and be that way and also say, well, try to say that, oh, he's just plain dead. He's fine. And I'll go over there and tap him as in the cure wounds, but play it off as the show that he's fine.
I see. Go ahead and roll cure wounds.
Alright.
Cure light wounds.
Second also 2
No, you don't have second one spells.
So is it one? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. That's cantrips. 7 plus int, which is nothing.
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, your range of wisdom is your spellcasting.
Oh, no.
You're right. 9. Nothing.
Irina is confused, saying, "But I saw and Strahd, are you sure?" But you lay, and she probably notices, but she's also kind of catching up with everything that's going on. You successfully heal Sasha as you are roused
For
back
9.
to consciousness for 9.
So my death save is what?
Yeah.
And that gets me to 9 hit points. As I awaken, I will say,
I'll say in character, see, plain dead. He's fine.
I'm so glad you're all right.
oh, yes, yes. What are you doing here? What has happened?
We were confronted by the guards and one of the Baron's men. He tried to capture me, and so Siguror and Greila told us to flee.
The Barons, man.
Yes. Town guard and one, a large brutish man with terrible features and an arm as if ripped from a demon and attached to himself.
So when we first met, the guy Izek wasn't with him, right? But
No.
he met Izek later?
Yeah, and
Did you tell everyone about Izek?
I would have mentioned what I saw. Man
I
with
remember.
a demon, with a demon arm
I remember you telling
Well,
me.
say,
that supposedly uses
that
magic.
is the Baron's second, Izek. I wonder why he's after you. If we've done something to anger the Baron. Where is Greila and Siguror?
They were back at the gates when we left, trying to hold off Izek and the rest. We weren't followed, so they were successful at least.
I'll stand up, use my quarterstaff to push me the rest of the way, and I'll turn and nod towards Crack and sort of thank you for healing me.
Are you sure you're alright? I caught what happened.
Trust me, nothing is wounded, save, I suppose, my pride. But we have more pressing matters to attend to, yes?
Yes.
I will say, let us go and find Miss Izek, and I will grab her hand and put it on her sword, and I will say, we will show him that you are no one's property. Yes?
Yes.
Alright. Then let's turn and head back and save Greila and Siguror, who clearly horribly outmatched and absolutely need rescuing.
Ismark.
We're doing totally fine.
Before we do
I
that,
could change real fast.
I can just use one other spell slot too. I suppose.
Hey, if you want to, I'm at 9 health.
Figured.
Hopefully you roll one.
I rolled fine last time. Oh, I rolled worse. 5.
I mean, it's not one, so.
Yeah.
It's 18. Do you have 3 spell slots or 2?
2. I have none.
Alright.
Ismark is not easily roused from his shock. However, he is.
Ismark, what's the spell count?
It's a little difficult. But you turn around to go back.
Do horses slow down if they're being ridden by multiple people?
Yeah, almost certainly. But we don't all have to ride a horse. Although, maybe Crack should take the horse so that he can catch up faster. Maybe get their turn before us. Because I assume it's going to take us a little bit to get back there.
For sure.
I would say, Crack, do you want to ride ahead to assist them?
Yeah, sure.
Or would you rather I do it?
Mm-hmm.
I will come with. We will back you up soon after. And, yeah, Sasha's going to book it as fast as he can. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any sort of thing that would increase his speed, which would be really useful. But yeah, basically run after them.
Meanwhile, back at town, it becomes Izek's turn. He was rammed into, he wasn't knocked over. He gives the horse a stiff kick, and it doesn't move. Instead, snorts and begins to trot backwards. This enrages Izek as he pounds against the horse's side. No! You stupid animal!
Wait, does that move him out of range?
Hmm?
No.
Does that provoke attack
You
opportunity?
won't
No.
attack
It's not.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, but
not
he was-
willingly moving.
It's if you willingly move.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was the other way.
Right.
He kicks, he jostles, he slaps the reins, but the horse is undeterred and moves him a healthy amount backwards.
That's fine.
I'm gonna start laughing and
See,
I'll slap my
even the
phone.
animals know he's in the wrong.
The guards cast more looks amongst themselves. There are some more guards that join them. So these ones already have weapons out. Pikes drawn and...
We might have to actually run. I mean, there's a lot of them.
There's like 4 of them that are non-combatants right now. So.
Yeah.
I'm also totally out of second as well, so that's...
I have one. Also,
the
I still
guard
have
that was
spiritual
formerly
weapon
ripped from
conjured
his horse.
from last time.
He is yet to get up, though.
That's
So
what
they could have attacked him.
I could have. I only remembered it after. I actually wrote myself a note here that tells me that I have fucking spiritual weapon that was attacking a little bit.
And while those guards are moving up, they have yet to enter the combat officially. I'm going to roll them initiatives in a moment, but they are advancing like cautiously towards you as one of the other guards turns and says, "Intruders! You must get rid of them."
Huh.
Wait, who said it? Intruders?
Yeah, which one said that? Is it?
Let me say. This guy knows who it should be.
Is that the one that...
Oh, say this guy.
Okay.
The guy bold enough to attack you. And live.
I will say, and I'll roll persuasion because it's not a lie anyway. I'll say, "Fool, we're the Baron's guest himself. He invited us to the festival."
He is
In the
lying.
town- I'm not lying.
No, he is
Oh.
lying.
Yeah.
We were attacked outside the gate on our way back.
Oh, I said I rolled
I'd
persuasion.
forgotten that you actually got friendly with the Baron. So.
Yeah, we have the
14.
guest of honor
Well, not right
that the
now.
entire town saw.
Not right now, you don't.
My persuasion was a 14, just for the record. I don't know if it'll sway anyone, but
Rise. Check.
Guard looks. He has like a bit of a look of like understanding. Like, he seems to remember what you're talking about, but not completely. Meanwhile, Izek is currently cursing and attempting to forcibly like get the horse to do something else. So he's not providing much of a hint either way.
He is looking the fool right now. Jeez.
I'm just surprised he didn't come close his head off.
Or
I would
like
be
stab
super
it to
pissed.
get
That's my
stab it in
friend.
the ass.
No, do you like the mountain? He cuts his own horse's head off.
yeah, but
I think he was gonna do something like pull out a like knife and stab it in its hindquarters or something.
the horse would definitely try and buck him if he stabbed it.
With conflicting information, the guard does his best and says, "Well, if that's true, then you won't mind taking a few steps back. We can call the Baron and get this sorted out."
I'll step back. I'm not lowering spike growth though, or canceling my spiritual weapon being out. I'll go last anyway.
That'd go for you too.
I'm not putting my weapon away either. It only lasts a minute.
I'll drop rage and stare at him directly and take a few steps back. Will you? Will you do it?
He does his best to return your look, but being a pale guardsman in this, the darkest of lands, it's only so much he must do. The guards move forward with their pikes, but they don't attack. It's more of like insurance that you will continue to move back, and unless you resist, they are pushing you towards the gates.
I thought we were
I
facing
thought
away
we
from
were
the gate.
away from the gate.
Yeah.
Are they surrounding us and pushing us towards town?
The gate's like here-ish, and they're pushing like back towards the gates, like back towards the wing.
Oh, outside.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think we ever went in, but
No, because we
get
were
it.
stuck outside.
You're like a
didn't we?
little.
Okay. No, they're pushing us farther back. All right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You do that. Eventually, Izek gives up on the horse.
I will. How many feet did we try to push this back, though?
They want you here.
that's fine.
I'll go there. Plant sword just at feet is fine.
I'll bring my spiritual weapon back with me too.
There's a point where he writes himself.
Guys are put back by not just attack.
Encounter's not done yet. Something may happen. And oops, all corpses.
There's a lot of them. They could probably kill me.
Eventually,
Once I arrive,
Izek gives up on his horse, leaps down, and then storms towards one of the guards and shouts, "I demand a horse! Quickly! To the stables! There's not much time!" Hold on. Why do you need a horse? What's happened? There's no time! Get me one! She's getting away! Who's getting away? They say they're the travelers that are supposed to be part for the festival. Please, help me understand. Is this some kind of trick? Are they monsters? Illusions? They're a waste of time! He then attempts to force the guy out of the way, grabbing him by the face with his big demon arm.
Oh my god.
God.
I'll say, you wound me, sir. Waste of time.
He is after the daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia. If he goes past your line, you will not protect him.
He successfully shoves the guard out of the way. The other guards look and don't lower their weapons because perhaps you guys are still travelers. Perhaps it's just a good move and you don't know what to do. Izek begins to storm towards and presumably through you.
Nope.
Oh.
Spiritual weapon's
Well.
gonna stab him.
Well,
When we get back over, you were on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
You are riding on horseback towards the village of Vallaki. It goes fairly quickly. There is a point where you pass by a congregation, maybe even a murder of crows that kind of like seem to give you the eye, but maybe not. It's kind of fast. Before long, you find yourself riding up on the gate. You're still a little ways. You see a bunch of guards like outside with their pikes pointed at Siguror and Greila. You also see a large brutish man currently like throwing aside one of the other men, like one of the town guard, with like this big red nailed arm, and it looks like he's going to try to force his way through your friends. So that hasn't started happening yet.
I'm not sure.
Well, yes. Unless there was something else that you wanted to do.
No, I got a 10.
Alright. You prepare to attack once you get closer. You, Irina, and Ismark are running?
yeah, basically, I'm gonna be double moving it down the road. Oh, looks really silly.
Maybe a little bit.
Wizards don't run. It looks ridiculous.
does Sasha have a limp?
No.
Okay. You don't have to plant it to run. You can just
He's
pin it to your
But
side.
clearly my animation cycle, the staff is part of it, so for running animation, they just...
That staff is moving way too fast. That staff is moving faster than it should be.
Just run like Gandalf.
Okay.
As
Or I could levitate like this all cool, like...
Does Gandalf's staff count as an improvised weapon?
No, it's a staff. Staff is clearly an actual weapon.
Huh.
How would that be improvised? Quarterstaff is in the book.
I don't know, maybe.
you're running fast, when suddenly your path is obstructed.
By Strahd, again.
No.
Oh.
It is obstructed by 2 Vistani, who are astride like large black draft horses.
I will move in front of the other 2 and, plant my staff down.
One of them, a woman in a very weather-beaten looking cloak, marches forward and says, I think I've heard of you. You're a traveler, but you're one of our own. You helped Luvash in that, yes?
Yes, I am Sasha.
Ah, well met, Sasha. Let us say for anybody but you, this would have been a more dangerous road. We couldn't help see you running. Where are you headed?
To Vallaki. Some of my companions are in danger. I must reach them.
Well, we could perhaps give you a bit of a lift. As long as we can stop outside.
I will not. Can I roll an insight check? Just make sure everything's cool here.
Sure. If you wish.
10.
Don't have any reason to believe it's not.
Fair enough. I will say, alright, let us go.
You guys do have one horse already.
No,
No,
give it to him to
Crack
catch up
did.
to you.
We have 2 horses.
Yeah, Crack has one in Arena. Oh no, they do have 2 horses.
Yeah.
Because Arena had the other one when she came back to you guys.
Oh yeah, I guess we would have had one horse.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
For some reason, I was in my mind that
It
we
is
had
even
a horse.
easier. And you have, for now, an escort.
Okay, well that's cool. Friendly Vistani.
Don't worry, out of character. You guys might want to tell me not to get too close to me. So,
We'll
I'm
probably-
on the horse.
We're
I got you.
probably gonna wait till we can hear the horse going up from behind.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna look away from music right now.
Oh hell no.
Izek shoves the guard aside and then marches forward. You, at the same time, hear hoofbeats from behind, and if either of you spare a look, you see Crack riding perhaps to the rescue.
If he's charging up, I'm not looking behind me yet. Do not take your eyes off the man with fucking shoots fire from his hands.
He moves up. He stops just short of the 2 of you and glares. It seems he's uncertain of what to do. Arena's escaped, but his rage will not cool.
Has your mind cleared yet?
His cold, confused gaze flares in an animalistic reaction as he attacks.
You just had to say something.
Indecision
If you're gonna say
Turns
something, you should have made good like
to
nice,
rage.
nice sportsmanship, buddy, or something like that.
Earlier, I was gonna say when he asked for a horse, give me a horse. Did you just have one?
Yeah, well, I find it funny that when the when the Baron is being super racist and I get a little mad, you put your hand on my shoulder, but to this guy you're like, what's the matter, bitch? What are you gonna do, bitch?
I'm just saying, have you calmed down yet?
Yeah, because that's a perfect thing to say to a guy who's fucking mutiny like he's doing it.
You should have asked
Axe.
him what he wanted with our companion. If you're gonna say something, that wouldn't have been something to make him mad.
Axe in hand, he swings,
Oh, he has an axe.
missing.
Is it
He then swings again.
a two-handed axe or is it a single?
I believe it's two-handed.
Fuck.
It is a battle axe.
Oh,
It is two-handed.
okay.
Well, you can. Battle axe is versatile.
Yeah.
It's a D8 if used in one hand, D10 if used. It's like a long sword.
He swings and swings again, but he puts some extra muscle behind the second swing. No, connects.
I will note if a turn technically hasn't passed from the last time I attacked him,
The fight ended.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
Well,
to
just-
take
what were you saying?
damage or attack.
When I attacked him last, it was recklessly.
Yeah.
So if a turn had not passed, technically from that,
Oh.
then he would have
You were
advantage
saying-
on those.
Well, fair enough, but yeah, combat did stop because you were
Which
willing to
means
back
your
up.
rage is off.
Well, I turned it off when we stepped back. I willingly dropped it. But yes.
Unfortunately, you were struck by a man who's really now just lashing out in desperation. Confusion, maybe a little bit of fear. Dealing 14. Wait. Okay. Dealing 18 damage. Okay. Use your 2 hands.
Okay.
I almost did the low one. I was like, no. He is mad.
You do 18 damage and I still do attacks.
Yep.
He growls, he snarls something fierce. That's all you can do about it for the moment. You said you got a 10.
Yeah.
Poor choice.
Did he crit?
No.
He can just do 2d10 on an attack.
It's technically a new fight, so if I can get stuff from you.
Oh.
Unless you are going to try to do something else. Perhaps
Yeah.
offer him tea.
You see, if we were going to be kicked out of Vallaki before, killing Izek is definitely going to get us kicked out.
I have to kill him.
I mean, if my spiritual weapon breaks him down, yeah, he's dead, but
Oh, you don't get a choice with your spiritual weapon?
it's a spell.
But with it, make a spell melee attack?
I don't know. Possibly.
If you make a melee spell attack,
Roll 7.
that's
Melee spell attack, yep.
yeah, you can.
Okay.
Crack is still riding up, but he will get to ride up and take his turn very soon. But for right now, it is Graila's turn.
Okay, so my spiritual weapon will attack him. That is almost certainly a hit. 19 plus whatever you got. 19 plus 7. 26 to hit. And,
Boy, howdy.
yeah. And 7 for damage. And then I will also attack with Shillelagh. He's within melee range of me, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's right up in your faces.
Fuck. Well, that missed. I missed with my Shillelagh. So. Yeah. It's, 9 total. So that misses.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
That is in fact a miss.
Yeah.
Your weapon hit?
That is my turn. If it has been less than 10 minutes, the spike growth is still there, though. Just so we're clear.
Okay.
I don't want to have any guards
The
moving.
one guard side is a and spiritual weapon is the first spike attack.
Ah. Right. Shillelagh is your spell. Then it means it's your.
It makes my club do magic damage.
It is this moment
Magic weapon.
that Crack rides up.
Is that considered it?
Only attack. Alright. I'll glance over and say only attack. Demon arm.
Not my point, but our character thing was he wants a looking horse or something like it. Or at least that's what you.
He's gonna knock you off the
previously,
horse.
yeah.
Oh.
Don't let him knock you off the
Let him
horse.
say what he's going to say.
Izek is here. Where would you like to ride up to? For what it's worth, there's like other guards that are like hereabouts. None of them are
Oh.
attacking yet, however.
I'll ride up behind one of my companions and ask what's going on. Well, ask what's going on.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He saw Arena and became enraged.
Well, I heard that part. What else is going on?
That's as much as we know. He wants Irina.
He has become mad. The arm might be what's doing.
I'm trying to blame the army guy.
It's a demon arm that's attached to somebody who's not a demon. This is his Siguror's assumption anyway.
Not pissed him off.
Is Izek's interjection.
Well, I'm talking away if I can.
Very well.
Uh,
You have like an extra like thing reach, right?
No, his spirit is not reach.
Okay.
But
You have
if he still has
some movement left, so you can I guess does spiritual weapon actually take up space?
No.
Then you can be here. Or I guess here. Take that
I'll go with spiritual weapons.
Okay. I'll switch you.
On the horse!
I know you're exactly like a fighting character riding up on a horse with a spear.
I do believe. Oh wait, it's only advantage if you have like the.
Or even
Feet for it?
I'm not sure. I thought it was about the advantage.
Let's roll it that way for right now.
Attacking from a high
Oh wait,
level.
you're saying?
So should I reroll? Because I did roll advantage because I thought it was a good.
He said just go with this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said
that's what it
I got 22.
was. That is a hit.
And
You know, if you would crit, you would have pulled Frederick.
I love the crit animation one.
Dead!
7 damage.
But you don't really use him because he's the giant of the Wagner.
Alright.
And then I'll kick him. And I got 22 again.
That is a hit again.
And then a d4. Five damage. I assume he doesn't count for undead, so yeah, that doesn't count.
It does not, though he is speared and hit.
I'll spend a key point since I haven't spent any of them yet for patient defense. Yeah, patient defense.
Very well. Now it is Siguror's turn.
Question: how are the guards?
Yeah, that's what actually I was about.
The
From
guards.
being hit, look at the guards.
The guards are looking. Every once in a while, one of them like looks like they're like about to step in, but then reconsider. There are a number that like look amongst the guards to maybe another leader, but right now you're people who are attacking, so like you were enemies. But at the same time, you rolled well enough that there are some people who believe and some people who remember. There were travelers with the Baron, with the other guy who's Baron's guest. So like, isn't it okay?
I mean, also the ones that were there in the beginning, no, we didn't attack first. We were attacked first.
It's tense. You get the feeling that if Izek looks like he's like starting to get in bad shape, they will probably step in.
Okay, so I did not find the answer to that, but if something moves your mount against your will, like say the horse backing up unexpectedly in the other direction, you have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The DC is only 10, so he almost probably would have been guaranteed to make it, or you fall prone on the ground.
Well, the horse didn't move super fast.
Yeah. Also, if the horse provokes an attack of
It's your
opportunity,
turn. I was about to say it's your turn. Why are you reading stuff? Like, no, it's your turn.
All right.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wipe off some more blood, and I will not be allowed, not be allowed to attack. You will no longer get off easy. Rage, take a swing at him. Fucking, yeah, he fucking attacked. We backed off. Stupid decision. 25 to hit.
That is a hit. You've taken enough collective swings at him to know that 15 or higher is what you're going for.
Okay.
He's wearing studded leather. He's kind of a big guy.
That is 15 for damage? Yes. 15 for damage. And I'll attempt another hammering one. Just try and knock him back into his men. Well, maybe not his men,
How about the spike roll? If he's alright. Twisted.
Yeah, you guys have backed up enough for this product. The save is 15?
but yes.
This time it is forceful enough to get him to stagger back.
2 squares. Yeah.
Staggers back. He scowls, roars, and once again he clutches his demonic fist and concentrates, forming flame around and within. And hurls a fistful of flame angrily at Siguror, but its aim is a little lopsided, and it races past him, striking the ground. Sasha, Irina, and Ismark come over the ridge and see a distant streak of flame as a number of town guard have formed a line outside of Vallaki's gates, and a large man with what appears to be a demonic arm is currently engaging the rest of your comrades.
Nice.
Unless you were doing something else when you get there. You can roll initiative right now.
I'll roll initiative. The guards don't look like they're in the fight, they're just kind of waiting around for...
They don't look like they're in the fight yet. As you get closer, you see like tensing expressions and people like on their toes.
The ones that had their weapons drawn when they came out of the town didn't put them away, did they?
No, they did not.
I got a 18 on my initiative.
Once you get close, the Vistani drop whoever is riding with them off. Or not getting close, just, well, you know.
Thank you for helping us.
As you dismount, Ismark like turns to the one that he was with. Or wait. They fled with 2 horses or 1 horse?
They fled with 2 horses, so
Okay.
Irina probably has her own horse. And it's fine, I will probably with them.
Okay. As they start to depart, Ismark like takes a second look at one of them and kind of shakes his head and turns his attention forward. It's currently Graila's turn. You will be right after.
Well,
Can I say something before combat continues? Or do you want me to wait till
You can say something as you come up, and when you officially come up with your turn, you can start where you will. I don't know what you feel from
I would say, stop this. Before the Baron has to come out.
I think they're
Whatever
already...
problem you have with Irina, you can talk to us. And I will attempt to guys into.
Oh,
Because we brought Irina back, so maybe help her out.
okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about Grail for a minute. And I was like, what? Okay, I get you.
Sorry, I should. I hope this was a good
Uh,
You don't get to be like, I hope this is a good idea after you basically told Izek he ate shit right to his face.
is he gonna stop?
In fairness, he did not. He simply told a very angry man to calm down.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Well, I
When
asked him, are you
telling
calm?
someone-
David, are you Sun
Most
Wukong?
decidedly, it did not work.
Are you Sun Wukong? No. Really? Because they're split some cat hairs with
No, I'm supporting you, but in a cheeky way.
Do you want me to roll an insight to tell if Izek is gonna stop?
Well, the thing is, he is clearly very angry. It's gonna need to be like a persuasion check or something.
Yeah, I can roll persuasion. Really?
Or
wish-
something else, if you have a different idea. But he's clearly enraged.
If I had
and
a
not
sleep
stopping.
spell,
You
I
wouldn't
would
have
try
to
a
have
sleep
calm
spell.
person, would you?
No, I totally don't.
Snap.
I don't even know this spell.
That would be quite convenient.
Yeah. Never.
8 on my persuasion.
Your words clearly do not reach.
I'm gonna roll my attacks.
When any of this happened, did any of the guards that came out here seem to go back into the town like they kind of maybe getting the Baron or something? After
No.
we mentioned.
But there
that-
are footsteps and more people are coming.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Then he takes 12 damage from the spiritual weapon. And I will use Sacred Flame. He has to make a dex save of 15 or take a d8 of radiant damage.
He does not make it.
2.
He is seared
Shillelagh hit.
by
I'm
sacred
basically
flame.
do save or take your damage instead.
It now becomes Sasha's turn.
Sasha will not hold action, it's not a thing. Will prepare an action to magic missile the first guard that joins into the fight.
Ah.
He will also stand by Arena just or actually, I can't prepare an action to do possibly in reaction to possible different things.
I'm pretty sure not. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll magic missile the first guard that thinks he can get involved. And I'll make sure to stand. Where's Irina?
She hover. Oh, on your turn, you got to decide where you want.
Yeah, basically I want to be right in front of where Irina is.
Irina is hanging back a little bit.
Then I'll be here. Just in case she needs my assistance. I'd like to be within arm's reach so I can help her. Additionally,
Ismark will copy.
okay.
It is
Crack's turn.
Was the phalanx here or back here?
it's here.
Okay.
He was knocked. Izek was knocked back a little bit. Are you okay with moving up to attack him?
Yeah. I got a 18.
That hits. His AC is 15.
Yeah. I got a 7 damage. And I'll kick him in.
You got 9 damage. Dueling.
Yeah, extra damage. What? It's extra damage.
I was just on the +4.
Yeah, but with this radio at +6.
Mm. 23.
Yeah. is also a hit.
Alright, so you keep on. I swear I keep on. Patient defense, which is my last keep on. So yeah.
Ooh.
It's not a bad idea.
He is stabbed and struck. This actually causes him to reel and pause. Irina doesn't actually take an action. She's kind of chilling. Ismark kind of prepares, does something similar to Sasha.
Oh, he prepares to cast magic missile? What's that?
Similar, not quite.
I know.
Ha!
I'm just talking shit.
I've been learning my own.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Nice of you.
Izek stops. His wounds have been caught up to him somewhat. He looks. He sees. He spots Irina towards the back. And then casts another look. And then, like you've already joined. There are more footfalls as more guards join from the back. 5, though they are on foot. And he points at Irina and says, "Seize her. Bring her to the Burgomaster's manor. Don't let them stop you."
Well, he's still there.
Huh. Okay. Is there any way somebody can roll insight to see if somebody's intent is sinister? Or
I think it's pretty clear that this guy isn't wanting to take her to the manor to protect her.
yes, I am of that
When
mind.
he says
There
that,
might be a
I am going to say, and I'm going to not fully cast the spell, but since I'm prepared to cast the spell, I'm going to flex my magic a little bit in my hands, and I will say, the first one of you to draw a weapon will die. Maybe get intimidated with advantage, flex my magic.
Go ahead.
I mean, a lot of them are already fucking intimidated, so.
Sure.
16.
Yeah.
I'm a scary Vishnani. We're magical. Ah!
How's the other one down?
This is fair. They begin to move. However, well, we're kind of far back.
Yeah, I'm pretty far back.
While they begin,
Hopefully outside of arrow
while
range.
they begin to move,
We can make it make sense. Like
the
he
Sasha
aiding you
side
is
of
my-
guards is very clearly about to take a much more roundabout trajectory than the other one, as they're like mobilizing and they got the pikes, but like they kind of shift back farther than you would need to for a pike,
Right.
or at least they're going to as they like start
So they
moving,
clearly don't want
but they don't stop. The other ones start doing that, but like closer.
What about my
They're
spike
making more
growth?
of a wall.
Has it been 10 minutes?
The people in your spike growth aren't going.
Oh,
There's people like around.
Well,
They're like, nah.
There's some spike growth people that are like, I'm really glad that I'm trapped. Like,
I
they're,
can't.
they're freed from having to make the choice. They're like, I don't have to do this shit. I got an excuse right here.
they kind of don't want to.
This
Well,
is
that's the spike growth.
this is my life now.
Yeah. I cast a spike growth around them.
I heard there was a study that in World War I and II, most ammo was shot at like walls and structures because most people aren't cool with the idea of killing people. So maybe some of them are just like, you know what?
Intimidation.
I'm a guard, I get paid for this, but I don't want to stab a Minotaur. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably
Now-
is a bad
It
idea.
hasn't gone well so far.
2 of those people are magic, and one of them is some sort of bird knight dude.
Even though they are allowing space, they are moving to get on either side of the wheel.
Is the Baron still not fucking here?
Yeah, I guess.
If there's any confusion, stop now and get your
Wait.
parent.
the Baron isn't coming, I will use.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna try intimidate at least maybe. If nobody's going to get the Baron, somebody might leave now.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times as loud, and I'm gonna yell the Baron's name. So I'm yelling and making my voice 3 times as loud. So very loud. I'll yell the Baron's name and I'll say, "Get down to the gate." I don't remember what his name is. That's what I'm saying.
He did give it.
As they are mounting up on either side, though we'll farther. You shout before they get into formation. There's some people, but also.
Sorry, I think this is
Whew, that's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, we're not gonna fight.
That's a lot of dudes.
You shout for the Baron to come as people see, and then there's one guardsman. This one right here, because he's near Izek, who says, "If you want to see the Baron, you can come with us."
Not with him around. He has attacked us. First and foremost, unprovoked. We did not strike first. He has also not given a single reason of why he wants our charge. We are her wards. We are her wards.
Don't listen to them. Listen to me. I'm the one who controls you.
He treats you
Last
like
I
objects.
heard, you're not the captain of the guard.
If you want this sorted out, you'll have to come with us.
How about us two go with you and our companions stay out of the city limits?
as soon as you leave, Izek is gonna attack
You guys
us.
have horses, just get the fuck out.
The man looks at Izek, scowls at him, and he goes, "No. You'll come with us, or we'll stay here." And looks at Izek, who doesn't return the look.
Question: are there any guards on the wall, or did they not? Have they just not been posted?
You check, and there were, but you think some of them are part of what's come down now.
How is this guy not knowing that there's a huge commotion going on? He spends all his time gallivanting around the town, preparing festivals. He can't tell when people are attracted to something.
It's possible that he's on his way. This fight feels
okay.
long, but it's taken. There was some downtime
Yeah.
and some shifting, so maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Look,
It's been a proper row, but
look around. I mean, you're right next to me, and so is
Yeah.
Crack. So
We can just leave.
If we leave, they're already moving around us.
Yeah, but they don't want to be.
true. That might not look good on the guard or
We
Izek
need to get
for the guest of honor to be banished.
Izek.
If we go with them, the only people that will speak on our behalf are the priests. That's the only one that we can reliably count on to give us a good word.
Priest, the kid. Hey, the Baron's only had good interactions with me. Hey, come on.
Yeah, but he turns on people fast for even doubting him.
But we also helped the town guard with the people that were in the stocks. You yourself even put an asset on them.
the man speaks again. I'll only say it one more time. You're going to have to come with us.
Do we
What
want
do
to
you
try
wanna
and
do?
fight our way around? Or are we going into the town?
I'd rather not have to fight them. I'd rather they fucking leave us the fuck alone.
Fight and run?
Well, you can try to run back the way you came, because they haven't surrounded you the other way. But you'll have to escape them. Plus, if you have any business in Vallaki, which
We
you still do,
Dude.
then that could potentially be.
I say let's just go with them.
Fine.
And, we just won't let them take Irina. So whatever. She stays with us, and if Izek runs up and attacks us, then we fight.
Alright,
On
let's
the
form a
terms-
formation around her.
on
then
the
we'll
terms
back
of-
up.
No chains,
Being-
no binders. We are not prisoners.
And we're not turning our weapons over either. And you'll all give us a good,
Birth.
birth.
they start to form up in like an escort formation. And the guy says, well, don't give us any reason to deprive you of your weapons, and we won't have to.
We have yet
You
to.
wouldn't be able to.
I still have a prepared action. If Izek moves towards Irina, like more than 5 feet, I'm casting magic missile at him.
He wants to, but he's pretty messed up.
And I should know it. I'm like actively staring right. He knows that he's gonna get fucking magic
single
missile
one of
if
them.
he takes more than like 2 or 3 steps.
Then you have a front row seat to how intently he looks at her.
This guy's a real creep too.
Yeah.
This game is just full of them.
Well, no, if we go into the fucking town,
It's strange.
we're being
It's
surrounded.
almost like a look of recognition, but chased with confusion. And
It's so weird.
Longing-
Have you seen her before?
longing is too strong, but desire is
any way
incorrect.
to subtly cast detect magic?
Not really.
I'd have to ritual cast it, so no.
Hmm.
Also, subtly casting spells is like a sorcerer thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
I guess. Technically. Oh, wait.
that was the weapon.
It's a
Sorry.
spiritual weapon. Oh, my God.
As we're walking through town,
I don't think you have to keep moving.
spiritual weapons just clicking, clacking down.
And, like, it's a little lopsided of a circle, but it's still a circle. You are marched through town. People look, but make sure not to look too long. Curious stares. Eventually, you are marched to a manor much deeper into town. However, in front of that manor, you are met by the Baron and his wife, and his 2 mastiffs that follow him around as he trots out. Well, what is this? I'd heard there was a bit of commotion near the gates. What's going on here? Though he's speaking to Izek when he asks.
Oh, I'll wait.
And Izek,
I'll make my voice loud again with thaumaturgy and say, keep your dog on his leash. I guess.
Your man Izek attacked my friends at the gate and attempted to abduct, and I will motion towards Irina. This is unacceptable.
is this true, my boy? Did you accost these travelers?
Without provocation, I might add.
None.
Izek says, we have to keep her. She's... That's all right. Take your time. What's wrong? She needs to be kept away. Kept away.
We're gonna talk about this.
I'm wondering if he's like not all right normally.
He seems to search himself a bit, but the Baron clearly has heard enough. Yes, I think I understand. You had said that these travelers were of special interest to Strahd, did you not?
We did. You did.
Well, then it is simple. Izek here must have simply heard about this and was worried about her well-being, and only naturally so.
He has a funny way of
I
showing
will
it.
motion towards
Fucking
Siguror
what?
that says he attacked him with his axe.
Unprovoked. No weapons were drawn. He threw magic at us multiple times and drew weapons and drew arms.
Well, did you
I think he
simply
gets the point.
did you simply speak nicely with him? I know that he can be a bit brash, but he means well. He had a troubled childhood, you see. But, where exactly would you have her stay? To be safe.
She is to stay with us. We are her escort.
No. She must stay Here, it's better.
What the fuck?
I think I see where you're going with this. Yes. You would like her to stay here because you lodge here, and naturally she'd be safe around you. Strongest man in the village. I think it makes perfect sense.
I would remind you that we have basically bested the strongest man in your village and held off your guard for quite a while.
And I've already had plans for being in town.
Oh, come now. I see that you're both of you are bloody to a degree. Certainly,
I'm not
certainly
touched
was a contest.
at all. I'm completely untouched, dude.
He very quickly casts an eye at everybody else, trying half confirming it and not really confirming it at all when he kind of tosses it off. So you're correct. I'm certain that maybe he was holding back. Maybe. He's quite strong.
I don't think he was holding
I do not see the need for him to attempt this. He knows we have intentions to stay for the festival. What is his purpose?
He looks. I'm sure he just got ahead of himself. Where are you staying right now? Certainly it couldn't be as safe as here.
In town.
No,
town.
he means the manor specifically, because that's where Izek stays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say.
That was in town.
I will say you understand our reservations. When a man just attempts to forcibly grab a woman, it is not proper.
And attack his fellow guard.
Yes, Siguror, we understand.
No,
You do not attack your own men.
He attacked his own men.
Yeah, you do not attack your own men.
He is rambunctious, but well-meaning. I'm certain that we can bury the hatchet, especially with the festival so close.
The man has no
Look at the other guards and see what their reactions to him saying this stuff is. Especially the ones that were with him in the beginning. When this happened.
Their reactions are calculatedly mute.
Oh yeah, if they go against what the Baron thinks.
I will say.
Yeah.
I'll have nothing of it. You will be our guests truly. In fact,
We've already paid for our lodging. Are you gonna get us our money back?
what is some money between friends? But certainly. It is a small price.
Fine. We will,
I'll stay here.
as long as you and your man have an understanding. If he attacks any of us again, I hope it is not too much to say that we will defend ourselves.
I'm certain it won't be a problem again. Just a misunderstanding. Right, Izek? Izek.
Does he always have problems talking?
Always just shy. Certainly. Certainly you've met someone else like him before. I mean, not exactly like him. Quite remarkable he is.
Once, they turned out to be a monster in disguise.
More like special
You
ed.
just cannot stop poking the fucking guy.
Dude, it's a part of the character.
Now.
Sorry.
I'll
just
hear no
gotta
more against the
fucking
boy
do it.
doing his best.
Yes.
And while I am extending such hospitality to outsiders, no less.
Yes. Let us go inside then.
Sort this thing out.
Sort this out.
I actually have some business to attend to, but I am certain
Here.
that the servants within will be able to see to you properly.
Yes.
I'll stay with Irina.
I think we all are for now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they try to give us
you mean
individual
room.
rooms, since Graila's a woman, she'll stay with Irina.
Makes sense.
And I can spellcast if this butthole tries anything while I'm not wearing
Oh,
it.
Izek, we have some other business to attend to around the town, and I can't have my best man looking like that. Go get yourself patched up, and then meet me in the town square. Izek looks at Irina and kind of half-heartedly.
This guy's awfully dismissive about the fucking guy
Good boy.
attacking his own.
Yeah,
You
you can
have
do
plans
no
for
wrong.
the day,
Yeah.
Why, plenty. The Festival of the Blazing Sun is but 2 days away. There's so much that needs to be done, yet still, more wood needs to be gathered. There need to be
We still gotta
more
do
preparations
fucking
made
wine
for
thing.
the tribute to
Yes,
the
we do.
Morning Lord.
It looks like we're gonna have to do it after.
Well,
But that's fine. I'm interested in finding out what's going on in this manor.
Yeah.
If Izek's going to be out of the house, then
We can
we can check his quarters and see if there's any clues there.
You are guided to the house.
Did these guys just fuck off?
They do.
Okay.
As we are gathered there, or once we get inside, I'll say to Irina, you do not know this man?
No.
He seemed to know you. Is there any chance you might have met him once, maybe before his arm was that way?
I do not think so. I've lived in Barovia for almost as long as I've been alive.
Where did you live before Barovia?
Well, that I do not know. I am adopted. I am not Ismark's brother by blood.
Sister.
I was told. Yes, sorry. I was told that they found me when I was young, wandering in the woods, but nowhere near here.
So you don't know who
Did
your
the Baron
blood
not?
family
I
is?
will turn to Greila and say, did you not tell me that the Baron found Izek when he was a child too?
The boy had wandered off, and when he came back, he had a new addition.
Was that when he was so small though? I thought he lost an arm and he
I
later
don't know
found
the
it.
specifics.
He was-
I just remember
when he
him
was a
saying.
boy.
I remember the Baron mentioning
He lost the arm when he was a boy. The demon arm is recent.
Oh.
So he was one
Sorry.
armed for a while.
No.
Okay.
He didn't do it when he was a boy. The arm is recent.
But he lost the arm when he was a
He
boy.
lost the arm.
Yeah.
That's
That's the first part of
Sorry.
what I said.
Yes.
So he was armed.
He lost.
He was one armed for a while.
He did not come back with an addition.
But the Baron met the boy when he was young.
Yes.
Interesting. Is anyone around that can overhear
A
this?
servant.
Or...
Well, this conversation takes place as you are being walked to
Okay.
the door.
Then I'll wait till we
And
have a
then
moment
once
to
the
ourselves.
door cracks and there's a servant who steps out.
The door cracks. Huh?
Yes. And then
The door just punches me in the
He's
face.
told-
Like, priest!
he's told by the Baron,
Wizard.
"We have accepted new guests of honor. I would have you find them comfortable stay. And make sure it's comfortable. They are guests of honor after all." Yes. The older man with some pretty deep lines in his face says, "I will do so."
Do you have any wine?
We might be able to find something.
White?
It has been... We may. Wine has been in short supply as of late.
I was fully expecting him to say no, right? I was gonna like it.
You are ushered across the threshold, and he explains, "Sir has very expensive tastes. The wine that the large amount of wine, the majority of the wine that comes from the vineyard
Yes.
Not far
we
from
have-
here.
we've heard.
is
The
red.
vineyards have it.
However, they do serve
Such island.
They do serve a type of champagne. The name is a bit of a misnomer, but
That is fine. Champagne is fine.
I'm not sure if we have any, however.
Such as island.
But it is quite expensive taste. A very limited wine
Yes, I see.
stock. Something having to do with how they make it. I don't know too much about it.
Are there issues with shipment?
Out of character, we know all
I know that. I want to know if they know it or if they're willing to tell people about it.
The matter of Champagne de l'Estampe is unknown. I believe it is unrelated to the wine shortage that has happened recently. It has always been in short supply, as opposed to all wine, which has recently been.
Maybe.
We have heard there have been issues.
As you enter, framed portraits adorn the walls of a very grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long, carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it. including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls, here and there.
That is strange. But
Just make sure, did he say they're to take us to his rooms, our rooms, and keep us there?
no, they didn't. They said make sure we're comfortable twice, but
Which
they didn't
could
say,
be implied.
Yeah, maybe.
Does it look? Do they look like they're put there personally or just thrown there?
They look like they were thrown.
Okay.
And the Baron had also mentioned something about gathering wood, so perhaps this is part of it.
Oh, remember they're gonna do the effigy thing. They're gonna make a wicker man.
Right.
And
Right.
burn him.
Like that movie, Face Off.
Yeah, like I remember saying that. He's making the joke.
I know
See,
that.
that's a movie, Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is in it.
Yeah, no,
So
right.
I went with another Nicolas Cage movie that isn't Wicker Man.
You are shortly led through a parlor.
I know what to do.
This parlor containing a fine array of furnishings, draperies, with an
Take it
overall feminine touch.
Ah. Maybe perhaps it is the Baroness.
Well, we saw her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She probably did all the decorating.
Oh.
She seems to... Didn't he say something about her? I don't remember.
No. I don't think she's ever come up in conversation.
You were then taken upstairs, past a number of doors.
Are any of the doors unusual?
Not apparently unusual.
Are we also
They're all
going?
pretty nice.
I'm gonna ask him, where does Izek stay? I would like our rooms to be on the opposite end of the house. Out of character, that's true, but I'm also trying to find out which room is Izek's room, because
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
someone is gonna break in there. No! No!
Idiot.
Crack! Are you dumb?
You said break in. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Stove and thieves tools.
Yeah.
Should have thought this.
His
Wait a minute.
lodging is on the eastern side,
So we'll be in the west.
but I'm sure he seems a troubled sort, but he's served the family faithfully for quite some
Yes,
time.
and he has attacked us, so I just want to make sure I don't wander by his room by mistake. What is it in the Eastern Hall? I wouldn't want to anger him with my presence. You understand? If he is attempting to roll an insight check against me, I do have portents, and I
He
can reduce
is.
it.
So, okay.
That's a 2.
Okay.
He can fuck right.
I believe he's lodged in the eastern hallway, just around the northern corner.
I will make sure to avoid it.
It should be easy to avoid.
Yes.
You are taken upstairs.
Definery is the best goddamn
This staircase climbs 20 feet to a
Totally
beautifully appointed gallery that continues toward the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover a 10-foot arched window of leaded glass. You pass the hallway that you believe he described, and come to a small collection of rooms where he says, apologies, the guest rooms must be better prepared, so there will be staff that may interrupt you, but you may place your things now if you wish.
Yes. Who else stays at this manor? Aside from the Baron and Baroness.
Well, there is Izek,
Yes.
and there is the Baron's son.
The Baron has a son.
Yes,
You did not mention him in our discussion.
it is a bit of a...
Unless you did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
It is a bit of a sore subject. It would be
Why?
best to avoid it. Oh. Children do not get on well with their fathers when they reach a certain age.
Ah.
Sure don't know shit about that.
Purely normal, I assure you.
Okay.
I'll ask in character how long he's been a
To
servant.
know if he's just being a line of. Basically,
Well, I mean, it
he's
makes
just like,
sense.
nothing's wrong with the
I've
boy. They're
heard
just eternals.
people argue
You
with
can't
their
feel
dads when they get older. I legit don't know about that. but-
Or maybe it's just like, festivals are fun, aren't they? Why are you lying to the townspeople? I'm not! Yes, you are.
I'll ask in character how long has he been a servant.
I have been serving this family for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty faithful then. 17?
You think he's just being factual.
Alright.
There are 3 rooms.
Only an arena will take. Wait, how are they arranged?
If you would. There are like 2 rooms, and it's like the end of this particular hallway, and then there's 1 room.
Me
So
and
there's
Arena
3
will have the
rooms.
farther back room in this hallway.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That way they have to go past one of the other rooms.
So we
to
get
reach our room.
2 people per room.
Yeah.
'Cause there's. Okay.
Well, one person's gonna be left out. Or no, Ismark too. It's gonna be.
No, that's one county.
Okay. So how do you want to split up the rooms? Me and Arena will be in one room together.
I mean, the rest of us can have rooms, but I'd like to have the room immediately next to their room.
Yeah. I think Crack should stay with you, and you and Ismark can stay in the other room. I'll explain why.
Or are they 2-person rooms or 1-person room?
Taking a peek inside, they can accommodate 2 people.
Okay.
They're pretty spacious.
Okay.
Out of
There's
character-
only 1 bed each, but it's like a pretty large bed.
Out of character, my reasoning was he's gonna have to cast invisibility on Crack for him to go snoop around. And if someone does
Yeah, I
attack,
don't have invisibility.
prepared at all.
No, I have it prepared, but I'm on a 2nd level spell slot.
Yeah,
So remember
yeah.
when Strahd was just like, come on, man, do it.
Yeah, I remember.
You won't. You fucking won't.
But when Crack
that's
goes
true.
to sneak, you could cast invisibility if you get the spell slot back. If we get
Oh,
attacked,
yeah, that's true. We can take a short rest. I get that spell slot back. I can get invisibility. I didn't even think about that.
yeah. If someone does attack,
Mhm.
he'll be you'll be right there, and then he can come from the other hallway and cut them off.
That's
Hopefully
true.
with his mind.
Also, if he tries to sneak into any of our rooms to assassinate us, he'll have to fight 2 of us at once. So, that's a smart plan. But I get the top one, Crack. I'm sorry.
There's only one bed. There's no bunk.
Oh no, he's saying he sleeps under the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. I need the whole bed. You get to sleep on the
There
floor.
were
I'm sorry.
some prior
You wanna
obligations.
fist fight
that
over it?
we made.
No, but I'd like to have a magic missile fight over it.
Having
We
magic
have been
missiles
asked to
through
ensure that you
4.
are comfortable.
So, 16.
If you have errands, I would ask the privilege of running them for you.
I just threw out there, we had prior business in town, like telling people, hey, we're dealing with stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, are we to come and go as we please? And he
You
mentioned,
should know.
I would ask the privilege of
Wow.
doing it for you.
Okay.
I or one of the other servants.
Yes.
Yeah, to be fair, you are pretty weak.
What?
Why are you still trying
We're
to
still
pick
arguing.
I'm still trying to pick a fight with Sasha? Crap.
No, I'm not trying to pick.
I'm just messing around
do
anyway.
you have...
But forgive me, sir asked about the champagne. I will
Yes.
see what I can do about
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
There
Is
will
one of
be
us-
servants up to properly dress the rooms in a few minutes.
Is there a place for
I'm
me
saying it'd
to...
be rude.
Motioning to the
fight
blood.
a sick man.
So I do not...
Right.
He's also blind, so I'm not gonna fight him.
Mm.
He gets to have the bed because he's so weak.
Yes, I believe there is if you will follow
You don't
me.
know blind.
Okay,
I
so-
know. I care who you are.
Oh, apparently I will be right back.
I will say, well, for the time we are here, we might as well take a rest. Arina, if you would join me. Can I teach her while taking a short rest? Like, just oversee her studies?
Nah, I'll say sure.
Then yeah, okay. And basically...
Ismar does ask, wouldn't it be wise for us to share a room? Him and Irene, emotions.
And I will say, no offense, but Izek possesses powerful demon magic. For now, I think she will be safest staying with Greila, being the priestess herself. You will be just along the hall. As soon as anything happens, you may come toward me.
I suppose there is sense in this.
I mean, out of character, I don't know. Graila's basically out of spell slots, but what?
I have a second level spell slot left.
Alright, well.
But just
You
one.
take up rooms. You are guided to a washroom. If you need assistance, please just call.
I should be fine, thank you.
I'm gonna search my room for any secret entrances into the room or any
Peepholes.
peepholes, or anything just useful in general.
Alright, go for it.
I'm going to take a short rest and teach Irina during that. Using my short rest to gain back a second level spell slot that I'll be able to cast invisibility with.
Can I roll with advantage, David? Because I might have rolled really bad.
Do you guidance or something?
Oh, I didn't. But even then, I
who's
rolled
dumb
really
now?
bad. You shut the hell up.
Use guidance.
Can I roll with advantage?
No.
Oh, alright, whatever.
Well, I mean, if you're really paranoid about it, why wouldn't you get the guy that can find secret stuff to do it?
Why don't you shut the hell up? I got a 10.
Greila does her best to toss the room, and,
Well, I'm not trying to...
well, yeah.
It's the same.
And doesn't find anything amiss. And, true to the servant's word, there are some other maids that come to Graila's door, but also to other people's doors to better suit the rooms. And when you get inside the rooms, you can tell it's still nice, but it hasn't been used in a bit. It could be dusted a little bit. Pillows could be fluffed. There's some better sheets that they bust out and start putting on. But past that, you are undisturbed.
Okay. After they come and give us all our stuff, and an hour has passed, so I have my short rest. How long is it till what time of the day is it?
It's getting pretty close to midday.
So it's going to be a bit before dinner, logically. So this is the time when we
midday,
should.
it's a little before noon.
Oh, okay, then yeah, it's going to be a while before.
I guess technically
expecting
midday is
anything.
later, but
All right. So I could cast invisibility on Crack, and you can go search what's going on. But I kind of want to go. So I think I'm going to cast invisibility on myself, and me and Crack will sneak down there. You can just rely on your actual stealth, because you have stealth as a trained skill, and I'll rely on being invisible, and I have a positive dex score, so that should help me in the.
What about your
And when I cast invisibility on myself, they become invisible as well because of share spells.
No, you're right.
So a little after, I will tell Irina, Crack and I will go look around. You stay with Greila until we return.
She might be bad at deception. So.
are we going to have to stay here long? I don't want to be here.
As soon as we are able to leave, we will go. Veritas, Credo, Oculos, and I will disappear from sight. Me and Sahar, as I will cast invisibility.
So that was enough time for a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Just in
also
case.
spend some hit dice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. I mean,
I'm gonna roll 2d6.
no, not full health, so probably be smart.
Ooh, nice. Plus 2d6,
Oh, I'll spend
7. So 13. So I'm down 5. I'm almost to full health. And yeah, let's make our way down to where they said Izek's room is.
Okay.
Stealth checks?
Yeah.
Okay. Invisible?
Indeed you are.
So I got a 14.
26.
Whoo! Like a ghost.
Crack moves through the halls very adeptly. There are a number of times where there are servants that seemingly pay you no mind, but you know it's because of how you're walking and where you're walking. There's a rhythm if you just pay attention. For Sasha, there are a few times where he almost runs into someone, and a few other times where he would have been spotted, but they're looking at empty space, so it doesn't matter as much.
Invisible.
Yeah, at least it's not like Halo invisibility, where you can still kind of see him.
Yeah, no. It is not active camouflage. I am straight up gone.
With little difficulty, you were able to get around the corner in said hall and come to what you've been told is Izek's room.
Alright. Is it locked?
Yes.
Check for traps.
Crack.
Traps and do the door. Would you be able to do detect magic now? Or no?
No. I can't cast any spells while I'm invisible.
Right.
So no detect magic.
22.
You give the door the pat down and the look over. You don't find any traps on it. It is, however, most definitely locked.
Unlock it.
There's a thick, heavy iron lock
23.
on this door.
Damn. Did
Fuck
any
yes.
of the other doors have?
It turns out to just be all bluster. You pop that open pretty easily.
Are there any other of those types of locks on the doors? On any of the other doors we passed?
No, but this is clearly like somebody put a big ass lock on the door.
Yeah,
It's
Izek
not
was
just
like,
normal locked.
Okay.
This is advanced locked.
Oh!
oh shit. Man, that means Crack's a real badass.
It
You
also
opened
was
advanced
advanced picked.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter the room, you are met with a wall of dolls.
Well, that's not fucking weird.
The room is full of pretty little dolls with powder white skin and auburn hair.
Oh my
Some of them
fucking
dressed
God.
beautifully, others plainly. Some of the dolls fill a long bookshelf, and others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves.
Arena has red
Still
hair.
others are piled atop a bed and a wooden chest off in the corner of the room.
Check for traps.
What's most odd is that all of the dolls, apart from their clothing, look the same. They all look like Irina.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
We need to get the
We
fuck
need to
out.
nope right the fuck up out of here.
But first,
What?
there's the chest.
The fuck. While he's
21.
doing stuff with the chest, I'm gonna have Sahar go around the room and roll perception, see if he can find
Sure.
anything.
Traps.
Additionally, I'll also.
Find out for traps.
Find even more creepy doll.
You give the chest once over, you find no traps on the chest.
Sahar got a 12.
However, the chest is locked.
Alright.
Sahar got 12. Looking around, Sahar finds
23.
more dolls, but you already got
Right.
that. Sahar happens to spot with his keen perception a little bit of glass sticking out from under one of the beds, which turns out to be an empty wine bottle. Getting down, like there's another one under there.
So he's a pretty heavy drinker, it looks like.
Do the dolls look like they were like stitched together or professionally
Let me see.
made? like the clothing, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna look at a doll. Is it a Blinksy?
I turn around a little bit, and sure enough, you do find a label that says "Is no fun, is no Blinksy."
Okay. So he clearly paid Blinksy to make him like 100 fucking dolls of Irina, which is not weird at all.
Not
It's
weird at
totally
all.
not weird at all.
You pop open the chest and find a heap of wrinkled clothes, but underneath those clothes is a short sword.
That's it. Like clothes and a short sword.
Give it a little more accurate look. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all that's in here.
Well,
Well, he has an axe, though.
Detect magic.
short sword could be enchanted, but we shouldn't take it anyway because that'll.
You
If
can't
I cast
cast it.
detect magic, I'll become uninvisible.
Just steal the sword. You can cast it back in the room.
No, I'm not going
If I
to.
steal the sword, then when Izek gets back, he's gonna know someone was in his room.
And they're gonna know it was us, because what changed here? We had guests!
What about that guy that's been here 15 years? I think maybe we
Ooh,
gotta-
ooh. Old man Rattlebones.
Even if it is a +1 sword, it's not worth it to take it. No, it would still be really good.
Nah,
I was
dude,
saying for a
it's
sword.
a +2 sword
I
of
was
good
saying for the
sleight.
sword. I was saying for the room, but
Right.
we can do this later or not.
Yeah, we can always come back and grab it later if we really need to.
Well, not the sword.
I will whisper.
Open it in general.
Close it, relock
Close it
everything.
and relock it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Sahar didn't find anything, so unless you want to also make a perception check to just double check, but Sasha's pretty cool with getting out of here. He didn't see anything, with the exception of all the dolls. He didn't see anything super out of place.
Is it
or any sort of clues?
one wall? Or is it wall to wall?
Well,
to
you
wall?
heard there's like a wall, and there's some on the chest that had to be
And
moved,
there's some on the
and
bed.
the shelf, and on the bed.
Yeah. Can I actually roll
It's quite the menagerie.
intelligence so that everything is set back exactly the way it was? To remember where everything was placed and make
You
sure
can
it's
try.
all back exactly. Okay. 15 on remembering exactly where everything was placed. I'm gonna pull a psych. I'm gonna Sean Spencer this and just be like, I know where everything was.
They will never know we were here.
Except I'm like Sean Spencer. I'm actually magic.
You think you know? You think you remember where everything was?
Good.
And also, like, unlike Sean Spencer, you can't see.
Just gonna roll a perception check areas where I think people would hide stuff.
All right, if you would like.
Oh, search proper.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be putting shit back the way where it
That
was.
was a good roll. I never fucking can run.
None of us are rolling good.
He was rolling really
Excellent.
good.
Yeah.
I'm in on perceptions.
11.
You don't find anything weird.
Alright.
This hard rolls with advantage. He rolled an 8 and a 9.
You got a little bit of knowledge, so you're like,
Thanks,
you
Sahar.
think you know.
Only up from here.
Alright, once we've checked everything and everything back the way it was, let's head back. Do you want us to reroll stealth?
I would.
17 on my stealth check.
Next time.
He rolled book.
Yeah. 12.
Okay.
No, that's good.
You were making your way back.
You can try rolling it with advantage if you still have inspiration, if you're worried about it.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose that's also true.
I'll do it. I'll take my inspiration off. Doesn't matter.
Wah, wah.
If my other port wasn't a 1, I'd be able to do something about this.
Your ultimate result, the ultimate thing you get out of it is 12. That wasn't like your base roll.
Yeah, that wasn't my base. It was
Okay.
6.
Then you're both mostly untroubled. However, there is a point where you're like getting close to the room, where like from down the hall, a voice calls out, "Who are you?" And you turn and you see like a young man in fairly nice looking clothing, like he's eyeing you suspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in this house?
Sorry, I'm lost. I'm a guest.
A guest?
Yeah. I'm a guest of honor. Maybe you heard of me?
Must be for Father's stupid festival.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, just
Anything unusual about him?
don't do anything weird. Aren't you invisible?
Yeah, but I'm asking. I can see him.
I was asking him.
Yeah.
You see anything weird with this bird guy?
Well,
I keep trying to tell me about his
I thought
past,
an
but he
invisible.
refuses to.
I thought an invisible voice might be asking him, "Is there anything weird about your father?" He's like,
Get away! Get away! They won't stop!
Who's Charles?
Could I get a perception roll from you,
Yeah, you can. Well, from Sahara, yeah.
or from Sahara, rather?
13.
Sahar notices something about him. In that there's very faint, it's really easy to miss, but maybe Sahar's nose is a little more sensitive to it than yours is. There's like a faint smell of a type of herb that you occasionally use in your magic, because it like moves down and like kind of pulls at your pouch a little bit, and it makes kind of like a, well, when you have a point to like look at it, like kind of raises its beak a little bit and kind of fluffs.
Can I, having had the smell pointed out, can Sasha try to smell it and then maybe roll Arcana to identify it?
You don't have enough time. Like after Crack kind of explains himself, he kind of loses interest and kind of like nods and
He's
says, well,
on
be
the-
careful,
Yeah.
and kind of moves
Then
away.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna follow the kid. I'm invisible.
Huh.
I have an hour of invisibility, unless it's about to run out. But how long did it take us to get to the room and back?
Like maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna follow this kid if he starts walking off.
Also, I will note that is kind of lying, because the line that I'm a little lost.
That is lying if you want him to roll it.
Yo.
But if the kid also doesn't care, you might not need to roll it.
Yeah.
Like if
I
you
did forget
guess.
about it, but he is disinterested, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you off. I appreciate that. He kind of goes back.
Yeah.
you could be a bad liar, but if you tell someone something they want to hear, it's not going to matter either way.
You're right back in your room.
Hmm.
Your magic friend is taking his sweet time, telling you what's up.
I'll just chill, relax. I'll get on the bed and rub myself all over it.
Fuck you, Sasha. That's mine.
Who gets the top bunk now?
He doesn't immediately reveal himself, and you know what that means as you climb atop the bed and begin rubbing yourself into it.
Fuck you. I'm gonna go back to that bed later and be like, my bed smells like bird.
You know, blind people's sense of smell is stronger than normal too.
That's true. Sasha's sense of smell is
Go to
probably...
move, you feel something jagged. Feathers! Feathers!
Crack. So I'd be like, it's Sahar. This feather is as big as Sahar's entire body.
Unless these pillows are full of raven feathers.
Bit of a lead. In the meantime, because I'm going to a bit, what, for reference, are Siguror, Irina, who I guess is just chilling, and Greila doing?
Greila will organize her stuff, so she'll like put her pack together so that it's ready to go fast, but she'll get her armor and weapons and all that stuff ready, and like anything useful that she would need for combat together. And then I guess she'll pray for a little bit and keep watch. She'll talk with Irina about whatever Irina wants to talk about.
Alright. And what about Siguror? Just so we know.
I mean,
Wasn't he in the bath?
well, I mean, after the hour, I'm about to take an hour-long bath.
When Siguror gets out of the bath, is it like a dog where it's all...
I believe so.
Fuck, it's hair, so probably.
It looks stupid. I find it funny. You know when a dog gets out of the bath and they look completely stupid? That's so funny.
Yeah,
I also love when you pull a cat out of the bath and it's just like...
It looks at you like it wants to kill you.
No, its hair is all fucked up looking and it's just like, I hate you so much.
Yeah, and you flat outside just
That
rots
shit is
in the
funny.
dirt.
Supposed to stay in the room for a while after the rest. Really do not want to be here. If Ismark wants to talk, I'll talk. But might start getting stir crazy if it takes more than like 2 hours.
Ismark seems almost as concerned as you are, maybe a little more. He's doing his best to contain himself.
Once over the gear.
You follow Baron's son, presumably, downwards, deeper into the mansion. And there's a point where he comes to a door and he kind of brushes through it. The door, you see, has a large skull carved into it, rather crudely. And hanging from the doorknob...
How old is this kid?
A little older than teenage. Like close to young adult. Probably like 18, 19.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Okay, because when they said kid, I thought it meant like 10 to like
No.
14.
And there's a wooden sign that hangs from the doorknob that bobs a little bit because he just went through. That reads, "All is not well." And there's a couple exclamation points on it.
I like this kid.
Yeah.
I would have tried to time it so that I walked in behind him so that I don't have to open the door and follow him in. If at all possible.
It is possible. I'm trying to decide what kind of role I would want from you for that. Because like
Initiative?
acrobatics sounds a little
To make sure I
weird,
time it
but at
right.
the same time,
You can do an initiative check because that's generally a reflex check.
yeah, sure.
Acrobatics. You flip over the kid
Sounds
and you
better
open
than
the
what I was
door.
thinking.
16.
Right, it's a little tricky, but you manage.
Okay.
Whether it's because he's distracted or because you're better at this than you thought, we'll only have a few more times to find out. You proceed to follow him into what appears to be some kind of arcane workroom, as bits are strewn about all over the place. It seems that someone has taken old, mismatched furniture and created this workspace to accommodate themselves. The tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats skulk about. Most unnerving of all is the sight of 3 small children standing with their backs, well, I would say to you, but they don't know you're there, in the northeast corner of the room.
Small, like alive children?
3 children with their backs to them.
It appears so.
I'll move around to look at their faces.
When you said skeletal cats, are they like moving?
Yes. The first one you see isn't moving, so first think, maybe? Then you see a couple, like,
So he's
come into
animated
view.
skeleton cats.
Might not be. He might be dead.
I think it'd be more noticeable.
In the center of the room, perched on a stool, is the young man you followed in, or rather he plops himself down. Now that you get like a better look at him, you see that there's a bit of gray starting to form, not like right as you're staring at him, but you see like it's getting like lighter. There's like a light patch that's getting longer in his hair as he like sits down and starts focusing.
How work, Connor?
on...
To determine if that might have been the consequence of some sort of spell or spell effect.
Sure.
Okay.
As he starts intently
18.
looking in a leather-bound book that he has produced from, like, you think maybe like a round, you took your eyes off him for a minute with the
Right.
other stuff. And he has started to read.
Is it a spell book? Wait, can I look over his shoulder?
You think so.
I don't know.
And what'd you get on your
18 on my Arcana check.
Okay. You're pretty sure. It's like too unnatural.
Right. Do I know what kind of spell could have caused this? Perhaps a spell misfire of some kind?
Well, spell misfire of some kind, sure. But,
Is he a wild mage?
could be a number of
Sorcerer?
things.
He wouldn't be reading from a book if he was a sorcerer. At least that's what Sasha thinks.
That is also true. When you peer over his shoulder, you are able to confirm, like without rolling, that he is poring over a very high-level, heady spell book.
So he's really strong.
Well, after
But
you
if he
look at
was
him
strong,
for a
he
moment,
would, if he was strong, he wouldn't have had whatever fucked up his hair.
after you look over him for a moment, like he like starts like scowling and like gritting his teeth and putting his finger to the
So he's
page.
trying to learn magic, and he doesn't know how. Or maybe he's not fully capable of. He doesn't have a master. Clearly, he's teaching himself magic through using this book. Is the vibe Sasha's getting?
So.
Okay. What is he currently having trouble with? Like, can I read the book over his shoulder to figure out?
You're gonna need a stealth check from me because you're gonna have to get kind of in there.
Do the 3 kids
15.
do anything?
They thus
Oh
far
yeah, are
have
the
been,
kids moving or
They thus far have been motionless.
are they? And they look like real children.
From this angle, yeah.
When I get around to look in their face,
Oh, forgot about that.
yeah.
No, you found out they're actually like wooden carvings.
Oh.
Oh.
They look pretty good from the back. From the front, there's
So-
some things that kind of give it away.
Like in FF4, the dolls before the Golbez fight.
Kind of, yeah.
Weird.
Let's hope these
I
aren't
also
the
hate
same.
that boss so much.
So if these aren't the same?
Fuck, that was weird. Okay. I wish I could cast Detect Magic right now, but
What'd you get on the deal?
on my stealth check, 15. On
Okay.
stealth.
You
And-
managed to not make any mistakes knowingly or unknowingly as you like lean in and
That's
you're
visible.
looking.
you just got these.
And if you're not mistaken, he's reading about teleportation right now.
That
seems like a-
level.
That seems like it could go really wrong if you
Well-
fuck that up.
He's trying to.
Yeah.
I'll look around the room. Is there like stuff for teleportation around? I mean, if it's a teleportation circle, there should be like a big ass. But it might just be the actual teleport spell. I'm actually not even sure if teleportation circle is still a spell. I haven't read every spell in the book yet.
Looking around a little bit, you do see a number of the pieces of parchment have like elaborate diagrams on them that
Of like a
now that you
circle.
have a lead resemble teleportation circles.
Does it look like he's having trouble with it? Like, are the diagrams wrong? Can I tell that?
He is definitely having trouble with it.
Okay. And he's like angered and looking over the thing.
Yes.
Can I, using my Arcana, can I tell what he's like not doing right? Or
Yeah.
looking at the diagram?
You totally can.
Okay. What is he? If the book doesn't explain explicitly what he's not doing right, you don't have to tell me, but if it does, I'd like to know what he's not doing right.
It takes a little bit of time, but after you watch over him long enough, because he goes through a number of pages, and then he'll like stop, and he'll like flip back again, and then he'll like start over again, and after a few times, like you're able to catch it, there's not enough information in the book to actually fulfill the spell.
Okay.
There's some pretty hefty gaps. And then there's like a fifth time where you're like, yep, totally. That's not enough. But hasn't stopped him from trying.
Then I'm going to say to him, although I'm not going to be right next to him when I say it, like I'll be like 10, 15 feet back,
Okay.
depending on how much the room allows, and I will say,
It allows for 15 feet.
and I will say to him, it might go better if you had the rest of the book.
He then, like, closes the book and very quickly,
Calm yourself, child.
You're gonna need to convince him. He starts casting. He doesn't turn in your direction or anything, so like he's casting something.
Can I roll persuasion? To
Yeah,
tell him
you
I'm not here to fight you, child.
Sure.
Or tell on you to your father.
Oh, lucky that. 16. Using my last lucky.
He starts and then stops. Who are you?
I am.
Are you a ghost?
You are so tempting.
That's really funny to be like, yes. That's not.
I, the ghost
That's
of the
not
teacher.
Sasha. He's not going to do that. He will be like, a fellow student of the art. You are working on some sort of teleportation, yes?
How did you know? And he starts tucking the book like behind him.
The diagrams on your paper. There are some sort of teleportation circle, yes?
I am. What business is it to you?
Well,
Where
as a
you are.
fellow student of the art, I am interested. Your son says all will not be well. I stand to understand that you and your father do not see eye to eye on the state of Vallaki, yes?
We do not. But it doesn't matter. Once I've mastered this spell, I'm going to leave Barovia forever.
That is very good. You are taking a future into your own hand. Would you allow me to assist you? I am interested in learning. I am interested in the secrets of teleportation too, and as another wizard, we can help each other out.
If you think you can,
I can.
will
Two
you,
heads are better than one.
will you show yourself?
As long as you do not attack me, I would not wish a fight in your father's home.
He shoves it like his book like farther back, or actually like brings it and like clutches it like really tight. It's just okay. If this is a trick,
No trick.
I'm very powerful.
I'm sure you are. I will stop my invisibility, revealing myself. I will say, I'm very impressed with your cats. Necromancy?
Yes.
Yes, the animation of dead is very difficult. My master taught me some necromancy, but
I thought Vistani weren't allowed in the city.
I am your father's treasured guest. His lapdog he's going to use to assure everyone that the threat of Strahd is well under control. But I have a sneaking suspicion you know better than that. Otherwise, why would you be trying to leave?
You with the Birdman.
Yes, I'm with the I'm sorry for attempting such deception, but in this place, surely you understand. It is difficult to understand who you can trust.
Yes.
But I feel like I can trust you, child. You do not like this place any more than I do, and you're trying to do something about it. Like myself. Will you work with me?
Sure. If you can help.
Yes. Yes, I can. Show me. Where are you having problems?
He cautiously leads you to a few diagrams and begins to explain his problem. However, there's a knock at Crack's door. The hallway is pretty small, so like everybody can hear it. Perhaps you have finished with your set, perhaps not. There's a knock at the door and a voice that says, "May I be permitted to come in? It is concerning the master's wine request."
If you drink my champagne, I swear to God. I swear to God I'll kill you.
How do you know I could just toss the bottle of that?
I hate you so much. Sorry.
Ismark, by the way, like hears this and like goes over the door and like cracks it and looks.
Yeah, I'll crack the door too.
It's one of the servants.
If he's in the room with me. I'll crack my door.
Okay. And you crack your door, and you see like the man who attended you before.
Go to the door as well.
First, I must apologize profusely. I understand that it has been some time since I have gone to see to this need, but I was unfortunately delayed by other events.
Mm-hmm.
I must further apologize to the gentleman, as we do not have any champagne de l'estampe in our stores.
Mm-hmm.
I am here to ask if red wine would be acceptable, for we have some superior dragon crush still in stock.
Well,
Hey, I
unfortunately,
have some too.
I can take the wine for him, but he's indisposed. He's sleeping right now.
He's in the shower.
I prefer not to wake him.
Mm.
He's been on a long road. Rehabbing.
That's true.
Deception. Anything.
I will take either deception or persuasion, because you're kind of trying to deflect, but you're also lying. So I'll give you one.
12. Deception.
I do apologize. Oh wait, actually.
He can also passive insight as well.
Yeah.
If you'd rather. It's optional, but insight and investigation can work the same way as perception that you can have passive scores for.
Huh.
Yeah.
If that would be okay with Sir, the gentleman, then I will go and fetch it. I wanted to ask first.
Someone can fucking help me here. Get the fuck out of
Well,
there.
no, she's just telling you why he's here asking.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have the wine yet.
Yeah, but
He's
I
like,
figured he wants
Do
to
you
ask.
think Sasha would want
Oh.
Dragon Crush?
I
That's
figured he was going to ask. He was asking for Sasha to come out and say yes. That's why I thought you were implying if not, then I will say yes.
Yeah. No. He's not like insisting, though he does kind of pose it like like maybe if you think it's super important, you might want to wake him, but he doesn't instruct you to do so or anything like that. It sounds like he's willing to take your word for it, but
Yes, I'm pretty sure he would like Dragon Crush if you have nothing else.
very
Or what he
well.
wanted. So
I will return with much more swiftness this time. Again, I must apologize.
mhm.
Ismark, tells you he's apologizing about something. Can't quite make out everything they're saying.
You could go out there and say you're visiting Crack.
Are you sure that's wise?
He is just a servant. He's actually an old man, right?
Alright.
Older. He still looks in fairly good shape.
Do the other thing and wait until the guy's gone.
He's a vampire spot.
Well, we're indoors, so we could.
I think he's leaving. Yeah, like Ismark closes it. I am on edge. It would be very easy to launch any kind of attack on us while we are here. The Baroness pledged her safety, but sadly I no longer trust the safety of him or Vallaki.
Took you long enough.
It's just very distressing. I had heard of this fortification. I had heard of how it was beyond Strahd's grasp. You have no idea how much I wished for it to be true. I have no idea where to put Irina now.
Hope can be a good thing, but it can also blind you to truth that should be obvious. That is not to say there is no way to protect her. She has been protected thus far.
Where on earth could I take her? Where on earth could I put her? I have no idea where else could be safe. There is another town, and this is a little farther from here, but, well, I just don't know. But the church still exists. It is here, but what do you think?
We all know about the bones, right?
Like,
Hmm?
or was that just you and Crack? That no, like the bones are actually magical.
It's just him.
Yeah.
Crack didn't go with him.
The bones from the church that were stolen from the church.
Oh, we all know that they're magical, don't we?
I don't know if it came up, to be honest.
Because I know they were magical.
You specifically asked if they were magical and used detect magic on
Well,
them.
yeah, I cast Identify on them,
Or
but
Identify.
I don't know if I told them. I mean, I think I would.
Well, it's up to you if you did or not.
Yeah, I probably did.
With the bones, there may be some protection to the town. We also don't know that you saw Strahd right down the road.
Well, I haven't had a chance to say anything.
Yeah. No, it's fine, it's fine.
Can't even do
But-
shit.
It's been a busy day.
Oh yeah. And it's not even dark yet. I feel in this situation it may be best to take it as it goes. If there is such a place as we seek for it, it will present itself.
I hope you are right.
Mayhap it may be smart to see if there's something in this place that can be used to distract. Avert thoughts to something else.
Maybe.
The more worry, the worse it will be.
Meanwhile, over in Greila's room, Irina doesn't leave, but Irina does ask, I heard voices outside. You don't think there's any trouble, do you?
I don't know. I'll take a look. You stay here.
Okay.
Don't open the door for anyone besides me or the others.
Of course. Greila is in time to catch the servant who guided you up here, leaving the door that you believe is to Crack and Sasha's room.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy turns and says, is there something I can help you with?
No, I was just curious.
Of course. But I urge you to call upon us if you have any desires. I remember your other companion mentioned that you had business today in town. If you had the business in question, I would urge you to have us carry it out for you, as it is our task to make you comfortable.
What the fuck happened to Bluto?
Good.
Oh god! Oh my god!
Is he still with us?
Holy shit, you're right.
Where'd he go? What do you mean he ran off?
Well, he's bound. He couldn't have.
They
Oh,
were just...
well, I guess his legs were unbound.
Yeah, I was
So he
just
could
dragging him
walk.
along.
So,
I mean, if we were sleeping, I did bind
Did
him,
he
but if we
sneak
wake
away
up...
during the fight?
well, okay, for real, it's possible, but it's not very likely.
Did he get... David, just asking out of curiosity.
We will be mad. We promise.
When that firebolt missed from Izek, it didn't hit Bluto and kill him and no one noticed, right?
As fun as it would be for me to say that right now, I'm not going to retroactively say that I forgot to describe him getting fucking murdered. However, I will lower the veil and say I wish I had actually been thinking about it so he could have gotten murdered right then, because that would have been funny. But
That would have been funny and would have solved our problem
Oh.
100% if he just got fucking fireballed. No one knows where he is, he just vanished?
well, at this very moment,
When the
you're a little
guards,
busy.
when the guards were
I'm
surrounding
saying,
us,
when
and
I
being
came up to
escorted
the fight, did I see Bluto anywhere?
You're kind of distracted.
when we were being escorted,
It crosses
through
Greyla's mind. Where is Bluto?
It's
And
like,
you
wait a
realize
minute.
that you haven't seen him since back then.
God damn
Greila will stop with her finger up like she was gonna say something and is now stunned oh fuck.
Oops.
Oh god.
Wait here one moment. I'm gonna turn around and go back into the room, and then I'm gonna turn to Irina. I'm gonna be like,
Of course. You go back to the room.
I don't know what happened to Bluto when the whole fighting broke out. I lost sight of him. I don't know where he is right now.
Oh!
You didn't see where he went, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't. What did happen to him?
This never happened to me before. I don't know how you lose a person, but I lost one.
I'm not used to keeping track of prisoners myself.
Oh my god.
Do you think
We're a band of idiots.
Do you think he's okay?
I don't know. He's in the wild in Barovia, and his arms are bound, and he's an idiot. So chances are he could be dead. But he did seem extremely lucky to live this long. So who knows?
If he's a drunk, perhaps he went to the tavern?
We have business at the tavern.
Though
Good.
the
Just
affair with
one?
the child was because he needed money, so perhaps not.
I think I'm gonna ask the people in the manor to see if they can't locate him for us. I don't know what to do now. I'll come back and we'll continue discussing this. I'll step out and tell the butler guy or whatever the fuck he is.
You step out.
If I actually hear somebody else's voice, I'll
We
actually be interested.
we had
A lot of
taken
talking.
prisoner.
You shove you shove Ismark aside, Izek. And you look out, and you're in time to see Greila talking with the with the butler.
We had a person with us that we had bound because he was a citizen of Vallaki, but he had tried to.
On the side, Pluto, and then you hear a second. Oh!
How did 6 people forget about fucking Pluto?
I don't know.
I have an excuse. I clearly got a fireball straight out of my head. There is no excuse for the rest of you.
My rage is blinding me!
Oh my
But
god.
the butler kind of looks and then kind of looks back.
It's a weird situation, but we had bound him because he had attempted to murder a child, and we were going to seek justice for the aggrieved parties. But when the debacle at the gate occurred, I lost sight of him, and I don't know where he is right now. And I would very much appreciate it if he could be located. If not for any other reason than that,
He's our prisoner.
well, I don't know if you're okay with us taking him prisoner or not, but he is extremely stupid and a drunk, and he's currently in the wilds with his arms bound if he did not come inside the gates.
Right after being attempting to murder a child.
It sounds like a ghastly affair. I can send someone where you lost him.
Yeah, a hunter maybe, someone good at tracking, and if he did happen to come inside the town, you might check along the taverns or anywhere that people of low moral character or people with addictions might linger.
I think I understand.
Yes.
There are 2 men that frequent one of the taverns. They are quite eager to help in exchange for coin. Consider it a small token of our generosity. I will send someone to
They've already helped us once.
contact them.
That's probably
Okay.
my dudes.
Yeah, the hunters.
That would be appreciated. If that is if he goes to do that, I'll go back in the room with Irina.
If assistance is needed.
He turns.
How could we
Leaves.
possibly lose a fucking drunk dude?
Oh my god.
We're a fucking fight.
I assume it's
Oh.
This is just like New Year's where Anthony vanished in the fucking wind.
Back
Yeah, look.
down in the secret workroom, the young man brings you over to the aforementioned rug and whips it off of what appears to be a teleportation circle.
Yes. Let us see what the problem is. How far have you advanced in your studies?
Far enough. It has started to work, but not quite.
Teleportation.
None of the other servants have survived the tests before this.
None of the other servants.
You might, yes, I'll look over the circle and I will be like, teleportation is high-level magic. And the book's diagrams of it are not perfected. We might need to discover it ourselves, the parts that are missing. So for the meantime, I would hold off on tests. Is that how you're, and I'll motion towards his hair? Is that what happened? I'll hold
He
up a
seems
mirror.
to not, like, he does, like, spy a little bit of it, but he seems to have not noticed before. Now as he kind of smooths it back. I don't think so. It's probably nothing.
A backlash from the teleportation circle that could kill your servant and deal damage to yourself. You might wish to,
Out of character, he did.
Okay. I'm now sure that the damage from the circle is what fucked up his hair. That's
No,
what
I mean, he alluded to, like, servants not surviving tests.
Yeah, but I was implying that his hair might be because of the same thing that killed the servants.
And he's denying you.
Okay.
Saying it's nothing. What's wrong with the circle?
Well, you see, and I will show him the, if he lets me open the book. Or if not, I'll motion for him to open the book.
He does pull it back, but when you motion, he's willing to. Also, you can get an Arcana check on the circle, because that wasn't before.
Sure.
If you're interested.
15 on the circle.
Teleportation circles? Do we need like another one to teleport to?
Not necessarily.
Sometimes when I
There are one-way teleportation circles.
yeah.
To have one that goes back and forth, you need two-way teleportation circles.
I don't think he's concerned with coming back in though.
The check, like, you're able to confirm pretty quickly that as it is right now, it's not complete,
Right.
and it's dangerous. Yeah. As in, like, it'll deal damage.
Okay. So
If
yeah,
used.
that's clearly what killed the servants. Once he opens the book, I'll point to the parts and I'll be like, see, the spell's not complete. Whoever wrote this, they did not finish writing the parts on teleportation. Compare it to the end, if he allows me to like flip a page back. What's the spell on the previous page?
This will be fun. It looks to be a spell of acid splash.
Acid splash. That's a cantrip. That wouldn't be in the book. I don't know why it's listed that way. Well, when there are NPC casters in the book,
Yeah.
their cantrips are listed in their spell book. But technically, that's not really a thing because the cantrip is up in your head, even if you don't have the spell book. You always
Because
have
something
the
is
Animate dead.
animate dead, and I'll say, see, this is complete. You can tell there are missing parts of the formula, and I'll flip back up to the teleportation circle, and then I'll flip back again to try to figure out another spell and see here, this is complete too. What's another spell in the book? Because I'm flipping to another page to drive my point home. And also I want to figure out what kind of spells are in here. Because I need to ice this fool and take it.
You flip to another spell.
Hey, he sacrificed servants. He's clearly not a good dude.
It is a spell of cloud kill.
Fuck!
Wow!
Wow!
Holy shit, this spell book has a lot of really powerful spells. And I will say, where did you find this?
I found it in my father's library.
What, the father of spellcaster?
No, he's too stupid for it. Not that it interests him anyway. He's more interested in his festivals.
That does seem to be the case. Do you know where he got it?
No.
The wizard that wrote in this is... Well, this is besides the point. But yes, you see, the teleportation is not complete. No matter how much you try and experiment with it, it will always blow up until we find the missing parts of the formulas.
And how?
I can help you research this.
How?
Well, there are spells similar. Out of character, what spell school is teleportation in? I can look it up.
Yeah, out of character, I don't know.
Evocation?
I have a sneaking suspicion it's transmutation,
Make
but I'm
more
going
sense.
to look it up. And I will say, well, we can research spells similar. That is how all magic is created. Spell schools, spells of similar, like with the necromancy, with the animation of your cats. There are spells that are similar to it. And I will pull out my book and I'll show him False Life, and I'll be like, you see the similarities? And I'll flip over to Enemy 10 and see there are similarities in the formulas? Yes?
I think so.
Yes.
Takes a little bit.
This
to,
is
like,
because these are both necromancy school magics. So if we can find enough other spells and practice them, we can find the missing parts of this formula on our own.
Where would we do that?
Well, we will need to find more magic and inscribe it.
Where would we find more magic?
Other spellbooks, other wizards. There must be more in Barovia. We cannot be the only ones. I know of an elf at I know of an elf who is a wizard as well. Perhaps we can find assistance from him too. Additionally, there are spell scrolls. We can attempt to find more of those as well. Your father is a rich man. Perhaps we can use some of his resources as well. I would not tell him what you are doing. I do not think he will take kindly to it.
Definitely not.
But still, he gives you coin, yes?
In a manner of speaking.
Well, yes, we can use this. I will, of course, put in my own as well. I would not think to ask you to do it entirely.
Why are you helping me?
Would you not help another brother in the arcane arts? I am interested in learning more, and I will motion to my spellbook. Would you not like to learn more as well? Cooperation can lead to us both getting what we want. You can get out of Barovia. I can learn more magic.
I suppose.
Yes. See? Good. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Just occurred in my
So,
head.
teleport is conjuration.
Familiar. Because it just popped in my head for some reason.
The wizard spellbook doesn't look familiar to me at all, does it?
No.
Okay. And I will say, see these. So teleportation, it's similar to conjuring a monster, except you're conjuring yourself somewhere else. So like conjuring a monster, but in reverse. By finding other spells that are similar, we can attempt to work at the parts that are missing. Additionally, although it is a last resort, I know of at least one person who possesses powerful magic here.
You're speaking about him.
Yes. That is a last resort, of course.
Can't imagine he'd be willing to share anything.
Perhaps.
Not that I'd want to ask him.
But if I ever find myself in his castle, I will see what I can find. In the meantime, though, we have some time till dinner. Would you like to do an exchange? Practicing the art will help you fill in the blanks. Yes? And I'll bring out the two spell books, showing him that I'm, more than willing to offer my knowledge in exchange.
Fly. Sorry.
What the hell has me got in?
Okay.
Okay.
But I go first.
That's fine. And I'll show him through my spell books, basically. I'll say, does any of this interest you? And I'll show him my spell.
It does.
Yes.
It does. He kind of manhandles the spellbook a little bit.
No, I will gently kind of push it down to the table, and I will be like, perhaps you are interested in this one if you do not already possess it. And I'll open up to mirror images.
Okay.
Yes? Very useful. It saved me more than once.
Now, out of character, he is undersupplied as far as, like, transcribing spells goes? So you will both need to work at like
Getting inks.
getting what you need.
Okay.
Like he's willing to help out, obviously.
Yeah, I
but
have.
he's still
I have
guarded.
a little more money now.
He doesn't really have a whole lot of ink on him.
Actually, you and
Transfer
Crack
spells.
still a shit ton of money.
Well, I was gonna split that up with everyone. By the way, that's 162 gold and 5 silver once we split the treasure chest.
Which might be the next time we meet up.
Yeah, basically. And I will be like, perhaps we can send your man up for more inks. One of the servants, yes?
Maybe.
Yes. Good. And I'll reach for coin. Basically, I'll try to. Seems like the kid is very guarded. Yeah.
He very much is.
I wonder why somebody invaded his inner sanctum out of nowhere. You ghost!
Yeah, well, he needs to deal. That's just how it was rolling. Sometimes they appear invisibly, and we're like, I want to help you discover that teleportation circle.
He insists on going first.
Yeah, you can go first if you want.
And ends up only having supplies enough for, I'm gonna say, 3 first level spells of yours.
Okay, so that's 150 gold worth of inks. But yeah, he can do that. Whatever.
And like that's the ink that he has.
Okay.
So he uses it. And once he's out, he says, I'll have to get more.
Yes.
It is closer to late afternoon when there's a knock at Greila's door.
Okay.
And it is the butler.
Did you locate Pluto?
Unfortunately, he has not been located. However, we have enlisted the help of the hunters and we should be able to track him down.
Okay. Well, that's good news at the very least. You know what would have been terrible? This is not in character. if they contacted Vistani to find Pluto.
I highly doubt they're going to contact Vistani.
Yeah, but you never know. Thank you for the update.
I shall inform you when new developments have arisen. Is there anything else that I can do for you or the other madam?
I'll go back inside and ask her if there's anything she needs.
No, I don't think so.
There's nothing I need in particular either. So at the moment, no. But thank you for the concern.
The man turns around. Meanwhile, over in your room, Izek says, he's back. And he's saying something about the business. We should go over and ask what's going on.
Seems like a good idea. There's a lot of traffic in this hallway.
Let's wait until he leaves first, though. Meanwhile,
There's
Crack
something I have asked.
is to his own devices in the room. Like you hear like a little something out there, but
I'll keep rolling this stuff on the bed.
Jeez.
Are you gonna drink my wine too?
this could smell more like. Oh,
Keep bringing
my
wine.
apologies. I forgot. Before he gives an update, the guy does come back and like hand off the wine. So you possess the wine.
He's gonna chug the wine and then roll on the bed. Mark.
When
What
you
does
get
a
back in
drunk-
there, you just
What does
passed
a
out.
drunk bird smell like? Sasha will know the answer.
So you can do whatever you want with that.
I'll drink a little bit.
This is revenge for the dragon pet. Man, fuck this guy.
So yeah, we'll pop the cork, and you know what? It's pretty alright. Maybe not superior Dragon Crush, but like
If he goes
definitely
over,
solid.
if he goes over, talks, and then goes over and talks some more, I'm actually willing to open the door.
Once
But
the guy's gone, Ismark is just the guy's gone. And you like move over to the door. Then you hear on the inside of the door, "It's me, Ismark."
I'll open the door. You can come in. You don't have to stand in the hallway.
And he like looks back.
Come on, who's?
I get in the room. Yes. What was that about? And he says, it was just them saying that they weren't able to locate Luto, but they contacted hunters to try and look for him.
Do not know if that is good news or bad news.
Well, as long as he doesn't try to murder more children.
Well, we certainly hope not. You don't think he would, do you?
A fool and his bottle is hard to part.
Ooh.
I would hope not.
Person who's stupid and a drunk.
Right.
I would hope not. And again, his hands were still tied, not his feet. I'm surprised he could have gotten far in his condition.
He was able to sneak into the Vishtani camp and steal a child underneath the noses of everyone.
And you left a hell of a trail doing it, though.
I wonder if the Vishtani who dropped us off nabbed him. It'd be kind of crazy. If they went over on us like that. They're like, here's your drop off, and also, come here, donkey.
That's what I thought.
I mean, how would they know?
Parabel.
How would they know?
Well,
Yeah. Told them.
I mean, if what happened was, Arabelle was just, la, 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 there's a bag over my head. I'm being dragged away now.
Yeah, but she knows Bluto was the one who did it.
Because we pulled him out to the thing. It's not like
yeah.
she didn't see it.
It's true.
The only instance where she wouldn't specifically know, and she probably would have known anyway, she was in a sack with him for like in 10 hours or however long it was. So she probably recognized his voice and his smell at least. Is the situation where we kill him and then free her from the sack.
That's true. And we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Perhaps it would be possible for one of us to sneak out, look for him under the cover of night.
May have to try convincing them to
I don't know if this is a good idea at the
go
moment.
around town.
We already got brought here under suspicious circumstances.
They cannot keep us here if we do not wish to be here. Or they can try.
I figure they're gonna try and keep us at least until the festival.
Well, yes, but perhaps they won't be able to.
I'm
Then
not saying
again.
we shouldn't try and break out. I'm saying this very night might not be the wisest.
Did we
not.
meet finishing with the camp? Do you know if we needed to meet with the man with the monkey?
Well, he said, Madame Ava said he would be our ally, so it would be to our benefit.
Yes,
to
but
meet him.
Sasha mentioned before us heading out that he had come across him.
Madame Ava had said that your ally would be an entertaining man with a monkey who's more than he seems. You have met person who you suspected was your ally out of the two possible leads and found out, yep, he's your ally.
Yeah.
Unless it was specifically concealed from you that he was not, he was your ally.
No. I am
You
asking
know-
because Sasha mentioned I had found the man with the monkey and blah, and had talked to him. So I am asking, is it expected for us to see him after we get back from the Vishtani camp?
Oh.
Originally we were
something
going to meet
else.
up with them after we did the wine thing, remember?
I won't. I
Or
doubt we're
after
going to
we
be able to look into that issue.
Not at the moment, from how it seems. They seem to want to keep us here in this
The
house.
other two should probably be here as well.
Well, they can't keep us forever.
If you want to go...
Meanwhile, downstairs, it's about this point that the young man reaches like the end of his inks, and he says, "We'll need more."
Yes. Can you send your servant to get one?
Not just any, but there is one. I'll ask him. He'll want money.
Well, this is for mine. And I'll hand him 150 gold.
He takes it. All right. You're staying here, right?
I am. If I leave now, your father would grow suspicious.
Just want to know where I can find you.
I will be in the guest room. You can. Oh, so he's leaving with the servant?
Well, he's going to go see the servant, but he wants to know, like, he's just asking, you're staying here, like, you'll be here if I get it?
Because you're probably not going to be with him the entire time.
Right. Well, if he doesn't mind me staying in the basement, I can wait for him to come back.
Oh, it's going to take a while.
Oh, then I will say, I will be in the room on the east hall. You can find me there.
Okay. He leaves with you.
If he takes my goddamn gold, this kid is getting iced.
There's a stairway that, like, you part on, and, like, he's going one way, you go another. And then you hear, like, as you're going up the stairs, "Ah, my son, tell me, how have you occupied yourself? I've been around. You know." Very well. Would you mind introducing yourself to the guests and telling them the dinner will be ready soon? I'm not your servant. How about you have someone else do it? Come now. What is the harm in introducing yourself to our venerated guests? Certainly. Certainly it would be good to get to know them. Fair enough. I will tell one of the other servants to do so. Remember, I know it is tense and perhaps difficult between us. But you must remember, these are excellent times. All will be well. Sure. And like some footsteps that go like some other directions. And you hear from farther in the house. Would you tell the guests upstairs that dinner is going to be ready within the hour? Yes, of course.
You're cute.
Yeah.
Like, you could have left at like any point in that, but
I'm
like,
not gonna lie, I feel kind of bad for the Baron now. Having a kid who fucking hates him. That must be horrible.
I mean, kind of for good reason.
Yeah, it's still shitty. What was that kid's name, by the way? I would ask him for his name at one point.
it is Victor.
Victor. Yeah, he doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. I'm just saying Victor's a very evil guy name.
This guy.
Fair enough.
Or
He's
Russian?
face burning away from being the most baller villain in Marvel.
I mean, I guess.
Or Russian.
I don't know who you're talking about, but there's...
Victor Von Doom?
Oh, fair enough. You were able to, with not much incident, make your way back to your room. Or rather, your and Crack's room.
Once I get into the room, is Crack still lying on the bed?
Are you?
No.
Where are you?
Is there a chair or anything?
Yeah, there's a
Also
chair
chair.
here and like a little desk.
I will say, yes, Crack, I have made the discovery.
Cool.
The Baron's son, he is also a wizard.
Mm.
He is working on some sort of teleportation circle. I've agreed to help him.
Mm.
He will help me in return.
Very
Do not
tired.
say any of this to his father, yes. Good.
Sahar makes like a soft noise and like kind of nudges the side of Sasha's head,
Okay.
and Sasha detects the smell of wine, but it is red.
I will,
In fact, it smells kind of like the wine that you had at the.
upon
end.
smelling
The blue.
that it smells like the stuff I had before, I will take over Sahar's perceptions. And then when I notice it was red, I will look and my eye will twitch.
Superior Dragon Crush.
Hey, it's your favorite drink.
And I will say, Crack, would you like this wine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I drank some of it, so I drank the rest.
Red wine everywhere.
You hand it off.
Hey, at least it's wine.
No.
Meanwhile, I think someone's returned to the room, or gone into it.
I love Ismark the Lesser, great detective. Someone's in the other room. Thanks, Ismark.
Yes. Did you guys tell us what you were doing?
Such a fucking dork. No.
No?
He just vanished.
Oh, okay.
Like a ghost.
He didn't even know anybody was missing.
You just thought, wow, Sasha's really quiet.
Sasha and Crack weren't in the room with us. Mayhap they went to wash up.
Maybe.
If there is an issue, I am sure we will hear it. Our companions are not pushovers.
Right. There's a little bit of time.
So, while we're waiting, he's super on edge. I mean, yeah, it sucks here. Do you have anything with you that can be used to pass the time? Like a gaming set or something?
I'm afraid not. Traveling light. You know.
If it interests you, there was a small game in Homeland. I believe we have enough pieces in here. I could try to makeshift something together.
Sure, it couldn't hurt.
The only thing I could really think of is something like similar to Moncala, kind of.
Barring anybody like trying to have any special conversations before it happens, you are alerted to the fact that dinner is going to be ready within the hour. And that is an event we will cover next time.
Alright, cool.
It is beef. I will be so upset. No.
What's for dinner?
What's the beef?
He's right.
Sure.
He's right, you know. But for now, we will end. I am David Harper. You can find me as Artist David Harper on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm Marvelous. You can find more of me on Twitter at Lights Camera Initiative, where I speak for these three because they don't have Twitters. Additionally, I've driven it home, but by this point, I think by the time this comes out, I should have already started doing the show on the Greyhawk channel, so make sure to check me out there. And I believe by the time this comes out in like a week or two, I will be on the Straticus channel one shot. I will have the exact date of both of them when those things start in the description below. So make sure to check me out there. Additionally, this session was awesome. Definitely a big rebound from last session. Sasha managed to
potentially get a shitload of high-level spells, yeah.
He's managed to make an unlikely ally. However, he's definitely creeped out by how much of a fucking freak Izek is.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell has a room full of dolls that look like a woman that you've never met? That is...
Well, I mean, can we really say he got them because they look like Irina if they've never met?
It's definitely...
No, it is
definitely weird.
It's awfully specific.
Yeah, it's definitely creeping me out. But more magic, so my spirits are high. That's me.
Except the spirits you seek are not here.
I'm Robert. I play Greila, and she's just baffled at how you lose a person. Other than that, she wants her spells back, and she doesn't get them back on a short rest like some people. So she's looking forward to surviving the night without having to fight anyone else, hopefully, or get into any more trouble.
Yeah, I'm Jeff playing Crack. Have fun fucking with the bed and drinking the wine. And those dolls were creepy, of course. And why so fucking many?
Maybe you should have made a nest on the bed since you're a bird anyway.
Clearly.
Just scooped up all the sheets and blankets and just...
And you?
I've enjoyed it so far. It sucks that Izek was able to get in some of those hits. I want to find him again. I'm going to find him again. Something's going to happen, and we will throw.
Not at the dinner table.
No. I won't start anything.
You have absolutely tried to provoke him every time you've gotten an opportunity.
No, none of it has been intentional provocation.
Okay.
What?
But the question is, will continue not being intentional at the dinner table?
So
As long as we're not sitting right across from each other, he tries to kick my shins. There will be no issues.
I guess we'll see to that. But for now, that's it for us. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.